play the Drowzee's cry a million times on the stream as the background music?
Oh, it is very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would be willing to do that, even if I could.
Oh, you can easily. Just yeah.
Okay, I think
Okay.
we're live. I think I got it to work.
You got
I
it.
see you. I see you.
All right, hello.
It wouldn't be a Libra stream unless there were technical issues before things got going.
Well, and apparently it's not just going to be technical issues today. Again, I'm not sure why the chat wasn't showing up below me. It's normally it normally starts showing the chat even before, or like it starts capturing the chat even before I actually go live. But I see that the most recent messages are showing up below me, so that's good. So welcome everyone. Today we are redesigning Drowzee and Hypno, and I'm currently only joined by my collaborator Banana Meteor.
That's me. Hi.
Yeah, and our friend Ethan, who is here to hang out with us, but isn't technically part of the new 151 design team, although of course Ethan, your feedback will be appreciated, of course.
Oh, and can I say, if you there are more spots available for this, right? Patreon.com/UmbreonLibris.
That's right. If you want to come on voice chat and hang out with us, it is one of the Patreon perks. We do have a problem though.
What's that?
That we don't have Ness here with us yet. Infinipede, our other collaborator. And Infinipede is the one who was tasked with coming up with the concept for Drowzee and Hypno today. And they are aware that we're going live. We just spoke on Facebook chat just a few minutes ago, but we're just waiting for them to come on. And
I think they're feverishly working towards a design solution so they can hop on and be like, here it is, let's go!
Yeah. So I guess for now we can talk about what we like and dislike about original Hypno and Drowzee. Do either of you have strong opinions about it?
I kind of like Mana more. Is that sacrilegious to say?
I don't know what that means.
I feel like they both go off of this psychic tapir kind of feel, and I just think Mana does the concept better. Mana and Musharna.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I should have understood what you said, but I didn't. But now I know what you're saying. Okay.
Do you not know all 800 Pokémon? How dare?
Oh, no, I do. I totally misheard you when you said that you'd like Mana more. It sounded like you were not saying a Pokemon name. I thought you were referring to a different franchise. So, yeah, no, I know what you're saying now.
Right. Well, I think Drowzee is missing something, and it's just yellow because yellow is psychic or whatever. That's what I think.
Yeah, that was a very Gen 1 thing, huh? Having yellow being associated with psychic for, Abra, too, for some reason. And you don't see that so much these days.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know about the color yellow, but gold is associated with psychic powers, which is why the Saffron City badge is like a golden one. But so that might be why they are all yellow, because they're psychic types, and apparently gold is psychic. But yeah, that's definitely something that was very prevalent early on and is not so much anymore.
Yeah, I think of psychic as pink. Not that really there should be colors associated with the type,
Right.
but
They kind of like did that though by making the little type icons each a different color. That almost felt like color association right off the bat.
right.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily have to translate to actually like having all or most Pokemon of a type actually be that color.
I feel like it does though. It doesn't have to. I think when you design a Pokemon, it doesn't have to follow that color scheme, but a lot of them do.
No, they do, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will we be adding color? Asks Charles Dennis, and I just got the concepts from Ness. I won't show it yet because Ness hasn't joined us in voice chat yet, but yeah, well, yes, I think we will be doing something with colors. The interesting thing is that Drowzee is very clearly based on Baku slash tapir, but Baku is basically a tapir. But it's like the colors are very obvious reference, I think, to the Malayan tapir. And Baku is a Japanese mythological creature that is associated with the tapir, and therefore the connection. But like Hypno totally like completely ignores that either of those elements. Hypno just looks like a creepy person.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can now. You are a little bit low. Hello. Welcome,
Let me turn it
Infinipede.
up then.
So, we were just talking about what we dislike about Hypno and Drowzee.
I think Drowzee's like, you've seen my Drowzee. I think Drowzee's a quality frickin' design. Like, I don't change much.
Yeah. So I'll put the image you just sent me. I'll put that on the screen now.
Okay, I actually gotta go to YouTube real quick.
Yep.
Because I'm not.
Oh, did I not hit copy? I thought I hit copy. There we go. So tell us about it.
Here, let me just jump onto the
Mm-hmm.
YouTube video first. So like I said, I think Drowzee is a quality design. No need to change much with Drowzee. It's a very Gen 1 design, but it does what it does. So I decided, because I thought it was weird that that Drowzee had the markings of the adult tapir, even though it is a like beginning evolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a basic Pokemon. So I gave it the markings of the like the baby tapir. So, and I also went with giving it a tail because that's something that the Baku has, is like an elephant or rhino sort of tail with like the little tuft of fur at the end. And the little tuft of fur is meant to be like hypnotic for one, because spirals representing hypnosis, but
Right.
also looks a bit like a sort of like a will-o-wispy, like a Japanese spirit
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I like that. And what's with Hypno?
Okay, Hypno is a couple things. First off, this is actually a design I've been thinking on for like a long time since we started this project, because I've always wanted to do like a Mega Hypno or an improved Hypno. Hypno now has the markings of the adult tapir, but it also has tiger stripes on its arms and legs, because that's part of the Baku's Chimera look, is tiger paws or tiger legs. It's got the same tail as Drowzee. It has tusks, because the Baku is supposed to have like an elephant trunk or an elephant head. And the tusks are supposed to be kind of spirally. You could also see them as maybe being like a villainous mustache in tusk form, because Hypno's a jerk who kidnaps children.
Right.
And the spiral motif is also in the mane. and it's a little similar to our Arcanine and Growlithe, but I think that's kind of cool because they're both like chimera yokai, so it kind of ties them together in a way.
Yeah, and I think that the spirals are doing very different things in the two situations.
They represent different things. One of them's like smoke, and the other one's like hypnosis. And he has a yen coin for his hypnotic pendulum.
Right. Wait, is there a particular symbolism to the coin?
Well, it's like an old coin, like an old style coin, and Baku's like kind of an older, like a yokai. So I thought it would be kind of neat to just have, because it already has like the little hole in it, right? Hypno's little coin. So all it changes is really the hole is square now. And maybe like it's gold or something else.
Another comment actually here from Charles Dennis that could Hypno use his tail as the pendant instead of an actual tool? I don't know how you feel about that, but that seems like a cool idea to me.
That is a cool idea. I'm not... The tail would have to be made a lot longer so it doesn't look awkward. For me, the issue with that is, like I said, the tail would have to be really long, and it would have to really like curve at the end to get that traditional pendulum appearance. But if we can make it work, if we can make it look like not super awkward, then I'm okay with that.
I think it's worth trying because the spiral on the tail already does give it that kind of pendulum look.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of like the wispy part being, I don't know, downward or off to the side or something, that could just be going up like towards the base of the tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think it looks great. But yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get the length of the tail to work, I'm okay with it.
I didn't bring in any like more recent art. I should probably do that. I'll grab the modern day artwork for both of these. So in the meantime, hello to everyone that's watching. I certainly can't keep up with all of the messages in the chat, but hello Star Spectrum and Charon and Charles Dennis, of course, I've mentioned twice already, and Didac and Colinus and Tiny Fireball, and of course Kuru Pendant, who is Indigo, aka my wife, sneaking some stream time while at work.
Yeah, I kind of based the Drowzee's pose on the modern Super Mario Drowzee.
I really like the classic pose where he's like breaking the fourth wall and pointing at you and being like, "Hey, it's me."
I think the whole design is brilliant. I mean, as you said, the Drowzee is already a great one, so you don't have to do much. But then this Hypno, maybe relative to the original design, the best design that you've done project.
Wow, thanks.
Congrats. Yeah, no, thank you.
Like I said, this is a design that I've been working on and off for years as either like a regional form or a mega, or just like this is an alternate Drowzee. He's been purple in the past, you know.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to break this into two separate layers. Oh, not with the circle tool. Circle tool's not going to be ideal here.
Yeah. Ness, I think seeing your new design makes me retroactively hate like the Hypno we have so much more.
I mean, I love the Hypno we have just because I like his like lore and personality. Like I have.
Why the human nose though?
That's something that's always bothered me. I don't know why he's got like a bulbous nose instead of
why that?
Trunk or something. But I have that shirt where it's like Hypno leading the two children away.
Yes.
Oh,
it's such a good shirt.
Oh no.
He looks so much better with the trunk. Who was like, up? We gotta give him a human nose.
I
There's not
don't
enough
know,
of these.
but I want to find them and like I'll go to Japan and I'll find them and I'll punch them.
Yeah, Hypno is weird. It is definitely one of those Pokemon that are like too humanoid without needing to be.
Yeah. Maybe they decided like we got to make him look like a child abductor.
That's what we need in the Pokemon franchise. That's what we don't have enough of.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, there's that event in Fire Red and Leaf Green, right, where Hypno like kidnaps a child.
Yeah, that it's canon.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
just takes children. That'd be a cool like
That's not
Pokemon.
cool.
That'd be a cool psychic type gen leader, like someone who was raised by Hypno. They were kidnapped and nobody ever found them.
Oh, like that's dark, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be the plot of Detective Pikachu 2. That's going to be the villain.
We have to find the kidnapped children.
Uh-huh.
Bear with me while I try to work out how to draw this.
It's fine. I just drew like a grimacy looking body. Like a little
Right, yeah.
Right now, based on the 2 circles you have, I feel like you're about to draw the rest of the fucking owl.
The rest of what?
Oh, it's a hot art meme.
Okay, that I'm not familiar with. I guess I'm not.
Oh, I know.
I'm not up on the memes.
Where it's like how to draw an owl. Draw circles. Draw the rest of the fucking owl.
I see. Okay, that does sound familiar. I might have seen it in the past,
Yeah.
but it clearly didn't stick with me that much.
Draw a Venn diagram. That's what Rowlet is.
Rowlet is a Venn diagram?
Of course.
I mean, Rowlet is a
Not seen
Venn
a Rowlet.
diagram of one circle.
Yeah,
There.
because it's round and it's an owl, and that's Rowlet. I don't know what he's talking about, actually.
I put the owl meme in Facebook chat in case you're burning to look at it.
I'm
See, that
certainly
just
not
makes me
burning to
think
look
of-
at it, but I might look at it at some point.
This makes me think of like what is it? How to draw muscle elves.
Who was that video by? Why am I getting like a Butch Hartman vibe from How to Draw Muscle Elves?
I don't know, but like I'm pretty sure that guy's not a dick like Butchart. He just wants to draw muscle elves.
Yeah, he's probably a much better
He's
dude.
like he's just a decent guy who wants to draw some muscle elves.
I am so not up on the memes. I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is okay. This is not a mainstream one. This is just a
Yeah, this is like just you can look up how to draw muscle elves on YouTube, and it's just a guy drawing like a buff elf.
Okay.
When you get the chance, I put important Rowlet information in the what's it called text for voice channel.
Okay.
See, I like Mana, but like it's more just it's just a different take on Hypno and Drowzee, like a lot of the Gen 5.
Hmm.
Like it's a nice like Mana and Musharna are nice Baku. Hypno and Drowzee are like asshole Baku.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I kind of like the idea of having the fluff in the ears. Does add a little more, like, probably not as complex, just like a little bit on the inside.
So
Chat's got some really good ideas today. Not that they don't always have like legitimate ideas, but like today, it's real legit. Oh man, he thick.
yeah, no, I definitely have to fix him up a little bit, but I don't know. I always feel like I struggle. I don't draw regularly enough for this to be easy.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I'm drawing. I wonder if that's a universal art thing where like you see these videos of these people who have like these really clean line work and they like put down a line and it's right the first time and you're just like, wow. And like meanwhile when I draw, I have to like erase things so many times because I know how I want it to look in my head, but I don't draw with enough regularity for it to come out right the first time. It's a lot of like trial and error.
Yeah.
But as long as it comes out right in the end, I don't think there's so much wrong with that, you know?
Yeah. I agree.
No, but no. There's no problem with it except that it's
Yeah.
frustrating how long it takes to get there.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
We are not judging you for your in progress sketch.
Yeah.
I would hope not.
It looks fine. It looks fine. He's just a little thick. Which there's nothing wrong with being a little thick.
And to be fair, Drowzee is a little thick.
He is very thick.
Every artist nodding knowingly. Oh, I forgot to put the background music on. Let's do that.
Oh, we got background music now?
Well, I've always had it as an option, and I guess I haven't always put it on when we're doing this, but that's mostly because a lot of times we're just having really lively conversation the entire time, and there's no like silence to fill.
Oh yeah.
But
true.
even if there is no silence to fill, I don't think there's any problem with having background music.
Yeah, yeah.
Please put on the Wii Shop channel, Ultimate
Yeah.
Jam.
Some nice lo-fi beats,
Yeah.
you know, to relax and study to.
I
That would be a
don't
good
think
idea
that's
for a
the
channel.
station that I have on, but I don't really get that much of the appeal of the lo-fi beats. I've heard a lot about it and how great it is for studying and stuff, but I
I
don't know.
just like having background music on. And
Yeah.
people are like, oh, music with lyrics will distract you. And it's like, no, I've heard this song literally 300 times. I think I can like tune out the lyrics even if they're great.
I get
Yeah.
distracted by lyrics. I like hyper focus on them, but to each their own. Like if you can
Yeah.
listen to that and not be distracted by it, more power to you.
Yeah, no, that's me. Like I mostly tune out the lyrics when I'm listening to music with lyrics.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
occasionally I'm there's a song that like catches my interest and I'm like, oh, this is such a good one, and I'm like singing along to it and stuff. But I mean, I'm not studying anymore, right? I'm working, and for the most part I don't have to be like reading for my work. I typeset. I have to just make sure that text looks good on a page, and like that takes concentration, but like it's different enough that I can multitask fairly easily.
yeah, like especially with art, it's not a problem if I'm listening to music with lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, while I like the idea of having like an extra circle in the eye, I don't want to be like doing something exactly the same as another designer.
That's fair.
I mean, we can try it.
How I didn't read the chat. What was the?
No, they're talking about some guy named Subjectively did a redesign of Hypno. I mean,
Oh
I would
yeah.
just do another circle inside the eye, so it's almost like an iris, but I don't know.
I like Subjectively. I think you had mixed feelings on them, Shed.
I
But,
do. Yeah. Like, because I think that visually, their work looks really good. Like, it works really well visually. but a lot of their redesigns, I feel, don't do justice to the original concept. They're just like, oh, but what if Hypno was actually something completely different? So like it wouldn't be taking it in a more Baku direction, for example, which is clearly what Drowzee at least is based on. So like, to me that makes sense. Make it like emphasize the things that are already there. A lot of times what I've seen from subjectively what they do is, but what if the concept was a little bit different? Like, it's similar, but it's a little bit different, and then it ends up losing some of the elements that I feel are important about the original design.
Yeah,
So like, it would be good for like a regional form, for example, when you don't need to worry too much about what the original was. But as a redesign,
I would have to look at their stuff. But I mean, I suppose it depends.
yeah.
Like,
It always
I saw
depends.
your recent, like, I'm personally not a fan of your recent Heatmore redesign.
Mhm.
Like, while I can see why that's definitely something you would do, like reconnecting it to the animal look, I feel like the simplified, like, shape of Heatmore is what makes it, like, Pokemon, I guess.
There's no simplified shape of Heatmore. It has pipes coming out of its back.
No, I'm talking about, like, he's just like a curve, you know?
The gourd shape.
Yeah, he's like a gourd shape.
I mean,
I like that personally.
you got rid of by far the worst part about Heatmore, which is the two big old dongs on its bottom. I don't know why those are there. No one knows why those are there.
Like,
But-
that is not a very good thing at Heatmore.
Yeah.
I don't know who was like, yes, this is a good idea. Not suggestive at all.
But it's kind of like you took like, let's say Heatmore is like new Arthur without the nose, and you made him into like old Arthur from Arthur's nose.
Oof. Yeah.
If I knew anything about Arthur, I might know what you were trying to tell me. But
Oh my god.
What do you mean you don't know anything about it?
I
don't know
don't.
Arthur?
I know what it is, and I know what Arthur looks like, but like I never watched the show. It was always just something that I was just like aware of. I don't even know if it was ever on TV in Brazil when I would have been at the age to watch it. Like,
There is no age to watch Arthur. You could be like in your 30s and watch Arthur.
Yeah.
okay,
timeless
of the
masterpiece, truly.
age to be the target audience. Yeah. So like, and even today, I have no idea if it's ever been on Brazilian TV. Like, it's always been a
have no
thing that's
idea.
like, oh, it's that thing from American shows.
But it's like in the original books, there was like one or two books where he had like an aardvark nose.
Okay,
And then they changed it to him having like a smooth face.
I see.
I'm talking. I don't know. I'm talking about this way too much, but I'm like the Arthur friend. Like I had two people send me like the same exact meme in one day because it was like an Arthur meme, and then it was a meme I had actually seen before because another friend sent it to me.
Good. That means you're good people. I mean, I knew that anyway, but
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
I'm sorry if that gets tiring, but like literally every time I see an Arthur thing in a store, and I'm like, oh, gotta get it for Ness.
No, I seriously, I love it. It's great. I like being Arthur friends, and I'm always flattered that you think of me when you see like Arthur fist meme shirt. People love that shirt.
What about the one where he's wearing headphones but not on his ears? Have you seen that one?
Yes, I have seen that one. The best like headphone thing in Arthur is like, you know how like everyone is mammals except like construction workers are ducks? So it's
Yeah.
like class and species discrimination.
Nice.
But then in one episode there's an alligator who he's wearing headphones and he just walks by in like a crowd shot. And that's like the one time we see a reptile. Is this mystery alligator.
Whoa. And it's an unsolved mystery?
Yeah, it's an unsolved mystery. We need to get Robert Stack. Spackwee is asking who are the other people talking.
Well, you're welcome to reintroduce yourselves.
Yeah. I'm Infinipede. I did the designs today.
I am Banana Meteor. I do designs sometimes on the 151, and I am occasionally here for comments and strange memes.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ethan from Chicago. I'm just here. But hi.
Ethan is a patron, and one of the perks at Ethan's patronage level is to hang out during art streams.
This is luxury patron Ethan Saffron.
That's
as you
right.
would say.
That's the luxury patron you hear about every single video.
Yes.
It makes me smile.
That's
I
good.
negotiated the terms of this arrangement, by the way. It was
That's true,
25
actually.
at first. It was 25 at first, but then I was like, how about 15, Chad? And then that's how that happened. So just
You have the numbers wrong, but the situation you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't currently have any patrons at this level. I just like came up with it. It's just a random number. Like, I'm not particularly attached to this number. No one is my patron at this level right now, so yeah, it's gonna make me more money.
Yeah.
What if we really start popping off, and then there's like 50 people in here in chat just yelling over each other, like, make it bigger! Give it more arms!
Then I will have to put that. I will have to change the perks.
Or you can, I know on Patreon you can like put a limitation of how many people can sign up for a certain.
I could do like, I could limit how many people sign up for that particular perk, and then have a separate patronage level, or like a separate thing that is the same value but has different perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be another option.
Make it bigger. Make it bigger.
Give
It's
it
too
more
small.
arms.
More arms. Make it Giga Max. Drowzee.
Banana Meteor, what have you done?
I'm sorry.
Max Drowzee.
Yeah, but to be clear, Infinipede and Banana Meteor are my official collaborators on this project. Infinipede and I have been working on this together from the beginning, and we've had other people, our friends, the people that we know that help us out in different ways. But like in the overall scope of the project, relatively recently, Banana Meteor joined us as a proper collaborator, as a creature designer as well. We have some people that are basically just there to give us feedback.
Yeah, like one of my friends is a paleo artist, and he just sits in the chat and pretty much doesn't comment on anything. But he's gonna be like, I'm hoping that he'll give us some pointers when we do the task.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's just lurking until his time comes.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna pop up when someone's like, okay, it's time to do Omanite. He's just, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I definitely have some regrets about not getting on the project earlier, but I'm glad that you still welcomed me, despite me being way late to the party.
Oh no, it's no problem. You did some really good work on this. Especially, I love the dugong.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Chad,
Yeah.
you just got a question. How do you only have 2,000 subscribers? You easily deserve 100,000. That's from Spackwee.
Well, thank you, Spackwee. I don't even have 2,000 yet, at least last time, unless I've gained about 80 subscribers since we started streaming. Which I suppose is possible, but
People really like Drowzee.
Finally, the fans that have been waiting
Yeah.
for a new Drowzee
Yeah.
are out.
Like, I'm only gonna sub when he draws a Drowzee.
Yeah.
But
I think I interrupted someone. I'm sorry.
No,
No.
I was just gonna ask. Julie. If you say you wish you'd joined the project sooner, what are some of the Pokemon that you would have gotten in on if you had joined? Like,
That's a good question. I've tried not to dwell on it too much because, like, obviously you guys do wonderful work, and like I felt like if I listed any, that would be like saying I didn't like what you guys came up with, and like you both incredible at designing and stuff. So I don't want to do that.
but we're asking now, so
But now you're asking.
yeah,
now I'm on the
I'm
spot.
just curious. Like, I will not take this as an insult if you give any of mine.
no, same here. Yeah,
Because I know we have very different design aesthetics, so
I think
you
all
saying
of us
you
do.
don't like something I do like is pretty much just like, yeah, we have like you hate Digimon and I love Digimon.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say I hate Digimon. It's just most of them venture into an over-designed state that I am not a huge fan of.
Yeah, you are not a fan of Digimon and I am a fan of Digimon.
Yeah. Occasionally I'll get drawn in by a Digimon game, but I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah.
I think Rattata's line is one that I would really get into just because I'm such a mouse person.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
And I think Poliwag's line as well is one I'd really like to do, especially because Poliwrath has always upset me for just kind of being angry Poliwhirl.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
He's just pissed that you're like, wow, can you evolve? Here's a water stone. He's like, what? Am I not good enough for you?
Yeah, one of the things about Gen 1 that I'm not a huge fan of is I feel like a lot of the evolutions are almost too subtle. I like when they're
Yeah.
more drastic and each part of the line has its own identity.
And it's really weird that one of the really subtle ones is a frog. Well, it's a tadpole.
Right! a creature that goes through metamorphosis, one of the most drastic changes that nature has to offer, and they're like, let's just be real subtle about it.
Yeah.
Keep the
They
same
don't
color
even-
scheme.
Go in like a Neoteny direction where it's like, this is like a baby. This totally didn't like fully evolve. Here it still has gills, like an axolotl. They didn't even do anything.
Right.
Yeah, and given that because Pokemon has such a huge scope at this point, they've revisited the frog a lot, and they've done things that I like more with that metamorphosis process. But like, they did not start out on a strong note for that one.
Yeah.
So I feel like you really nailed the arm on the left side, but the arm that's up in the air, I kind of want the hand on it to be smaller, just to have that like size taper that
Yep.
the other one
Yeah,
has.
it does look like compared to the other hand, the like claws or whatever.
That was perfect timing because I was about to ask if there
Cool.
was anything that was sticking out.
Yeah. No, you're doing a great job though. I know you were nervous about this one, and it's looking really good.
Okay, except I think Photoshop is acting up on me. Oh, look at that! Photoshop crashed. I had him saved. Last time that Photoshop crashed, I know it's still up on screen, but as soon as I click send report, it's gonna go away. Yeah, so the last time that it crashed, it recovered almost perfectly.
Okay, just screen cap it just in case. Here, I'll
Oh,
screen
that's a good idea.
just so
You
like
should
even
have-
if you have the messy version with like the underlying
Yeah.
Dues can, the pattern is because that's the juvenile Malaysian tapir. Because Drowzee has the adult Malaysian tapir's markings, and that's just been weird to me.
Does that pattern happen on the taper itself? Does that happen like throughout the entire body, even on the belly, or is
Yes.
that more something that we
I
should concentrate on the
believe-
back?
It is actually no, it's not. The way I see it, it looks like it's mostly on the whole body. Maybe it depends on the species,
Right.
but I mean, there's no like picture here of like a baby tapir's belly that I can find.
Fair.
But it looks like it goes down all the way to the belly, with the exception of like the front of the chest on some of these. So it's almost like it has a white bib. And like white going down the belly, but mostly that part. These might be different species, because I only
That's fair.
searched tapir and not like Malaysian.
Right, yeah, and there are a few from like very different places on the planet.
Oh my god, that's a tapir with a studded black collar running. That's interesting.
A studded black collar?
Yeah, almost like it's a dog, and it's like running really fast.
Oh, like an actual collar.
Yeah, like somebody put a collar on it.
Yeah.
It's from like the tapir specialist group at tapirs.org.
Now that's a good thing to be an expert in. That's such a cool animal.
Here's a picture that Julie would like. It's a tapir and a capybara.
Oh.
Cute.
Yes. Still mad there's no
fucking
capybara
noses.
Pokemon. Oh.
By God, no.
I do have a Fakemon that's a capoeira capybara.
Yes. Very good.
Sounds perfect. Very Brazilian. I like it.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure why it's in my region, because my region is like basically like Eurasia and like North Africa, like smushed into one. But it's there. I mean, there's a Baku in New York, so apparently that's not a problem.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, there's Baku and little like Daruma dolls in at Ground Zero. So.
Yeah, and there's a luchador in France.
Yes.
And Three Musketeers in New York too.
Right.
It's really loose
Yeah.
when they pick a theme, huh? They like kind of
Yeah.
go off for some, and then they're just like, we liked this one.
I
Put it
don't
in.
blame them though, because I'm just like, I love my Fire Oni. I'm not going to not have it in my region, even if you start in like the Netherlands.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to make sense. I mean, it's nice when it does, but it doesn't need to.
See, when we get a dolphin Pokemon, I really hope it's like a river dolphin. And it's like poison water, because it just smells awful, and it's like shooting like gook out of its blowhole.
In
So
Brazil,
things are
river
so-
dolphins are known for their ability to transform into humans and participate in their parties.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to see, is like maybe like a Selkie sort of thing, where it like it sheds its skin and walks around as a person.
Yeah.
That'd be a great thing.
In case you're wondering, the way to tell if the person you're talking to is secretly a river dolphin, it's to lift up their hat and check for the blowhole. Because for some reason they don't think to disguise that besides with the hat.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
It is
That's
really
not true.
What do you mean it's not true? That's the folklore.
We can't change the blowhole. Put a hat on it.
Yeah, maybe it is like something they can't change.
Yes, but
Really?
why?
The really high tier river
have to
dolphins will
breathe.
wear like a wig, and then they'll put a hat on over the wig.
Yeah, they got like a wig cap covering the blowhole. And then you hear them just like wheezing because they're covered.
Yeah.
No, how you can see one now is you lift up the hat and there's a mask over their head.
Perfect.
But yeah, the river dolphins, for some reason, like to transform into humans, go to their parties, go to their dances, and seduce the young women, and then leave them in the
Oh.
morning.
Hopefully not too young, weird folklore.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's
they're dolphins. Dolphins
Yeah.
are like deviants.
what are the standards of dolphins anyway?
Dolphins are sexual deviants. Scientifically proven.
What the heck kind of voice chat is this? What is what?
I
know
like
this
have
is a
more
Pokemon.
comments on this, and I'm like, should I go into this? This
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, you might know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
What are we talking about?
Uh-oh.
Because I
There
guess
was
I don't.
some
I guess I
research
don't
done.
know.
You can look it up after this. It's what Echo the Dolphin's based on.
This is a Christian Minecraft server.
As long as you're not gonna kick me out of the podcast for this, I'm pretty sure there's cases of like dolphins raping humans.
Yeah, dolphins rape. And there was like a scientific research done to see if like dolphins could learn to communicate with people, like through speech or something, I think.
Okay.
And this woman and this male dolphin lived in a house that had like a level of water in it so that the dolphin could swim around and the woman
Right.
could walk. And they had to stop the research when the woman had started giving the dolphin handjobs because he was
What
at a
the-
sexual mature age.
Well, given that's the opposite situation where it's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Don't
Yeah.
do that. But like, I think there's also other situations where like dolphins get like a little too friendly with their trainers, and they're like, hey,
Yeah. It might. I mean, that might have started that way in that situation too.
So how's the weather in New York today? What's it like?
it's lovely.
Okay.
There's
good.
not a dolphin in sight.
Okay,
Oh, sorry, I
but
gave
the
away
real
your general
question.
location.
The real
That's
question
okay.
is. The real
It's
question is:
so
were
lovely.
the trainers wearing appropriate clothing? That's an important distinction to make. It may not be the dolphin's fault.
Don't slut shame dolphin trainers. Don't victim blame the dolphin trainer.
Shouldn't go to SeaWorld if you're gonna dress provocatively, Karen.
So about the weather in New York.
A little chilly. At least it was last time I checked. I'm in a closed off room, so.
Are there dolphins in New York? I know some East Coast places have dolphins.
I'm sure there's some captive ones somewhere.
Yeah.
Obviously the humane nature of that is very dubious, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we don't have them just outside like.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's a little too cold up here for dolphins to
Yeah.
be in the waters.
Or if they
Oh,
were,
okay.
they wouldn't be close to the shore. They'd be like migrating or something.
You know, most penguins are in hot climate. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I think there's only
true.
a few species that are in hot climates, but they just outnumber the cold climate penguins by a lot.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's obviously a lot of penguins that live in Antarctica, but there's also a lot of penguins that live in like Africa and in southern South America as well. Like I have seen penguins in the ocean of Rio. Like,
Ow.
obviously, they have gotten carried away. Like, they weren't there on purpose. It's not, like, a common occurrence for penguins to show up in the ocean in Rio. But,
Oh.
yeah, so, like, it does happen that they, like, get carried away by currents or something like that, or get lost, I guess. But... yeah, like they're not that much farther north than what their normal range would be.
Roll. It's Drowzee. Right.
Oh, someone mentioned if we're still doing the white tufts of hair on the ears, or in the ears, maybe? Do you think like a fennekin sort of thing would look good? Not that big, but
No, not that big. But maybe like a little swirl might be nice.
yeah, I think so too.
Sure.
Yeah, we're making Drowzee look more like a tapir and Hypno look more like a Baku.
Yeah.
I'm glad April missed our dubious dolphin talk.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I mean, I don't know April, but was it really that dubious?
That depends.
It was a touchy subject, for sure.
So let's see. What kind of tuft would it be? A swirl, I guess, like the the
swirl.
Hypno beard collar.
Yeah, the Hypno mane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Like, maybe depending on the shading it'll look better, but it kind of feels like I don't know, it looks more like something's coming out of something solid coming out of the ear.
Yeah. Maybe make it curlier, like another... Like make more of a spiral instead of just like a single curl. I don't know.
Right now it looks like he's got very bad earwax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get this man a Q-tip, but you can't use it actually for your ears. Did you know you're not supposed to use Q-tips on your ears?
Yeah, no, it's not good for your ears. You could puncture your eardrum.
Yeah, it's on the package that it's like, hey, don't use these on
Yeah.
your ears. We've had lawsuits about it, but like, what are you supposed to use them for if you're not?
Amateur microscopy?
I guess?
The problem is, like, I've used them for that, and the problem is that the cotton on the Q-tip gets fucking everywhere. So I'll be like, is that a worm? Oh no, it's just fucking cotton.
I can't think of any other product where like everyone's buying it for a reason, but the product itself has to be like, don't use it for that.
I mean,
We're not responsible when you hurt yourself.
Another use would be nail polish remover. Or, like,
Most
just
people use
applying-
cotton swabs for that, because like a Q-tip would be really small unless you were like
Well,
trying to get really
Yeah,
like
if you're
tight
trying
areas.
to get like on your cuticles, like if you leave it, if you get it on your cuticles,
Yeah.
and you only want to remove it from your skin or your cuticles. Yeah, the problem is though, then you have the same issue with the cotton getting everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is this looking all right? Obviously, I need to draw the tail in, but
Yeah.
other than that, and of course the
I-
patterns, the colors.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like an earring, but I don't hate that.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It makes it look a little more hypnotic, you know? It gives Drowzee more of the hypnosis.
All right.
Like, it's like a kind of psychic look that it, you know, because it had like the wavy pattern before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of, because it's lost that, it helps it retain that.
Right.
The thing is, Q-tips can be safe for your ears as long as you're just like using them right around the entrance.
Yeah. which
Yeah,
is how
I use them for mine. You're
which
just
is
not
how I
supposed
use
to
them.
jam them in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
just very abstract to like put on the packaging. Like, don't put the Q-tips too deep in your ear canal because you'll hurt yourself.
My mom punctured her eardrum once by popping her ears. It wasn't even like using anything.
Yeah, I had a friend do that too with Q-tips.
Oh, Jesus.
Surprise, surprise. So it's definitely something you have to be careful with.
Yeah. No, I mean, she did the thing where you pop your ears to equalize the pressure, and she just like burst an eardrum that way.
Yeah. Thankfully, those grow back. I didn't know that. But,
Yeah, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like literally right now. Your eardrums grow back. That's good.
I mean, I assumed as much because like otherwise my mom wouldn't be able to hear out of one ear, but
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get on this roller coaster tycoon ride I made. And it's not even like because it's scary, because like people don't want to get on the ride if it's too scary. But this is like the gentle ride, and nobody wants to go and get on.
I have literally never played that game.
You should. It's
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
Wait,
I guess
hold
we've
on.
talked a lot about that, haven't we?
I saw
Animator?
you on Twitter. You posted a video of a game that wasn't Pokemon, and I need to confirm. Was that you playing that, or was that your wife playing that?
You clearly did
That
not
was
watch
interesting.
it because, yes, it was my wife playing that.
I did watch it. It didn't show who was on the couch.
No, but well, maybe you watched it but didn't actually listen, like didn't have the audio on.
Rude.
Because I specifically asked Indigo, can you do this? And then she does it.
Maybe you handed the controller to her while you were recording. I don't know.
Fair. Fair enough, but no, The Last of Us is an Indigo game.
So I've tried Planet Coaster, but it makes you do like everything. Like it doesn't have just like the flat rides that you can just place and like change the colors and be like, it's a merry-go-round. Like you have to place like everything, and I'm just like, this is really overwhelming. So I've just been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 with like open RCT, and you can do like multiplayer that way, but I haven't actually gone on to anyone's.
Hey, I have that. I have OpenRC too.
Dude,
Wow.
we should make an Umbra and Libra server. Make like a
We
Pokemon
should.
theme park.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because I've been thinking, I haven't really had a motivation to play it, but now that...
Yeah, I'm
think
just
a
trying to
Pokemon
beat
one.
like random scenarios and just make like goofy parks with like funny ride names, because like I love looking on Steam and seeing what people post where it's like, I can't find Shrek's asshole, or these chips from Naruto's anus are a really good value, and I'm just like, I'm 12 and this is great.
I actually just started rewatching Naruto, so clearly you're not alone. Does it hold up? But you know.
No, I rewatched the Sound 4 episodes, and no, it does not.
The worst part by far is how terrible the author is at writing women. Like, women are in the show, but they don't get to do anything, and when they do, they're all worse at it than the men. It's like, thank you, Japan. Appreciate it.
If only Toyuya didn't die, because she was like really fucking legit.
But all the bad guys must die, and all the good guys must live. There are no stakes.
It's
Man, I
basically,
remember-
and the fights are basically like Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like you got two people sitting and talking to each other, and occasionally cool stuff happens. But in Yu-Gi-Oh, like it's a card game. It's about strategy. In Naruto, it's like fucking like throw a kunai. Jesus Christ.
There are moments that are very good, and there
Oh,
are
yeah.
moments that just drag on way too long and have no purpose.
It's really good.
I don't think I'd tell any new fan of anime to go back and watch it, but you know,
Yeah,
whatever. It
it's-
was important to me when I was younger. I'm enjoying
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah, I remember how obsessed basically everyone on PMF was
Yeah.
with Naruto. Like, I knew so much about that show without having ever watched a single episode.
Sakon's still hot. I will stand by that to my dying day. Sakon is sexy.
You were definitely around us during our peak weeb phase, so I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that, like, thank you for still being friends with us.
Oh yeah. Thank you to everyone who was friends with me before I was medicated, because holy crap. I
Well-
was like a terrible person.
You have to accept that people are gonna change one day.
Hopefully for the better.
Hopefully for the better. Ness, did you make a decision or have any further thoughts about whether the belly should be striped or not?
I think we should make it white. I think we should give him like a white bib.
A bib.
Or maybe a yellow
bib
bib.
kind of pattern. Okay.
Yeah, maybe like a yellow belly circle or a white belly.
circle.
How
Or-
dare
or
you
like a stripe
plagiarize
down the middle.
colors?
How dare I
That's what it looks
plagiarize
like.
colors?
Isn't that such a cool part about color, that you can just color pick from someone else's thing? And, like, colors aren't copyrighted. No one has rights to
Yes.
colors.
Colors are nice. And then
They're
when people
free.
are like, here's some color palettes, and you use them, and you're like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Like, I made, like, a bunch of color palettes a while ago, and I still get people on, like, DeviantArt being like, so-and-so favorited Ness's color palette.
Thank you.
Okay, just a random idea of what the belly could look like. Kind of bib-shaped, but also just kind of two circles. Obviously, we could go for something more traditional, where it's just...
Oh, I like that.
No, I like that too.
Yeah, it looks good.
See, you're clearly a Naruto fan because you've just drawn Gaara's gourd.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Or
yes,
it's that
of course,
shitty
I know
snowman
exactly
from
what
the
you're talking
Snowman.
about.
According to you, you do.
Well, no, I would have, I may have known what you were talking about 15 years ago when we were on PMF.
15 years ago. God, I'm ancient.
Nah. You're not even as old as I am. You're fine.
A living fossil, if you will.
What is with, like, people in their 20s and being like, oh, I'm so old?
Because we're just experiencing age for the first time, and it's alarming.
I suppose.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. But as someone who is, making content in the Pokemon community, it really annoys me when I see someone be like, oh, yeah, I'm 18 or I'm 21. I know, I'm so old. Like, fuck you, man.
I mean, like, at every age, you are the oldest you've ever been, and you feel old because you've never been older than you are now, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, sure, yes. But
I don't blame anyone for saying, I'm 19, I'm old,
Yeah, it is a little silly, though, when people are like, oh, I'm... And then, like, people get upset at, like, why are there 20-year-olds in this fandom? And it's like...
ugh.
It's even worse when it's, like, fucking teenagers in something like Danganronpa, where people are constantly getting murdered, and, like, one character basically gets off on being called a cum dumpster. And it's like, you're, like,
Jesus.
13, why are you playing this game?
It's one of those things, too, when you're younger, you feel more mature for playing things that have adult content in them. You're like, yes, I am very refined because I watch Danganronpa. And, like, that's not how it works, of course.
Yeah, and then they don't, like, they watch it and they don't understand, like, nuances in it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this character's being insulted by this other character, and it's like, he's doing it to get her off. She's getting off on it. Oh my god. Like, how can this not be obvious to you? And I'm like, oh wait, you're fucking 12.
Yeah. And of course, it does make you feel a little older as a fan of something too, when you're like talking to other fans and they speak up and they're 10 years younger than you. You're like, gosh,
Oh,
is
God,
it
yeah.
weird for me to be into this thing? And like, it shouldn't feel that way, but you
Yeah,
feel alienated by the same people who are into the stuff that you're into.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel, like, alienating, but then there's some people who are like, you shouldn't be in fandom if you're over 20, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just kind of drilled into you too. I remember when I was younger, I would like when I was older than I should have been, quote unquote should have been, for watching cartoons. Like my dad would walk in and he'd be like, "Still watching cartoons, huh?" And it's like, yeah, they're still enjoyable to me. I'm not gonna stop, and
Yeah.
I haven't. So I think society just kind of also wants you to think that things are for a certain age group.
I think it has to do with, like, the expectation that when you get older, you devote your life to work.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people my mom's age, I've noticed, like, from her friends and, like, the people she's dated, a lot of people my mom's age don't have hobbies. And when they get, like, when they retire or when they're out of work, they're literally not fucking doing anything.
Right.
Like, I was like,
Like
Mom,
that's
you
when
need
they
a
have to
fucking hobby.
rediscover a hobby or discover a new one, I guess. And
Right.
get into knitting.
Get into alcohol, because that's what a lot
Oh,
of
that
people
too.
are doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but like watching TV is not a hobby. You can get into a show and you can be part of a fandom, but like when you just put on TV, like that's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think being part of a fandom is a hobby, but like if you're just like not interacting with a show in any meaningful way, that's not a hobby. Like
Yeah.
if you're into a show and you're like theory crafting for it and like exploring character motivations.
Of course, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's so strange that a lot of times people that are my parents' age just watch these things and I feel like they don't analyze them, and I cannot relate to that.
Yeah. Like I do that with reality TV because I like having it on in the background, and it's good mindless shit for when I'm like drawing or something or doing something else.
Right.
But yeah.
I'm not saying you have to critically analyze every piece of media that
Yeah,
you
like
enjoy,
I don't think
but-
fucking Super Nanny is really worth critically analyzing.
How does this look?
Good.
Are we
Like,
happy with
I
it? Is there any
feel
other?
like I would like the brown to be like a warmer brown, like in the second Drowzee. But that's just my personal opinion.
Okay, yeah. So more like here.
The one in the middle.
I'll circle it and make sure that we're talking about this one.
I would like the ear tuft to be white as well.
Yeah,
But-
that would help make
Okay.
it more sense as fur.
Yeah.
Oh, right, and I guess it would also match the tail, which makes
Exactly. Yeah.
sense. Which layer did I color that in? Here.
God, it's weird that you bring that up. That just like sometimes older people don't have hobbies. How live? How do?
Yes, that's Drowzee.
Do
Yes,
video
that Drowzee,
games
okay.
count as hobbies?
Video games are certainly a hobby.
Yeah, because you interact with them, even if you're not engaging with like them, like in terms of like narrative or mechanics, you still interact.
I feel like it takes so much more of your attention and brain power to play through a game than it does to sit in front of a television.
Yeah, like I am personally like offended that the word gamer has kind of been ruined, because to me
Yeah.
that word is like it's the same as like bookworm or like movie buff. It's
Yeah.
like, this is my medium, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I
it's-
still use that word, so
Yeah,
don't worry.
It's a meme now, so I don't like call myself a gamer unless I'm like ironically doing it. But games
Right.
are my main like artistic.
Yeah, I'll say something like leet gamer.
Yeah,
Or
like
ha,
was a like real
I'm-
gamer moment,
Yeah,
epic gamer
Uh,
moment.
POG or whatever.
I don't even know what that means. I mean, like I think I've gleaned enough of what it means, but yeah, no, that's not one that I understand.
It's a Twitch emote. It's a face.
Yeah, no, that part I knew, but like, I think it's used to mean excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on it. You got it.
Okay. See, I'm not completely out of touch. So this looks good. We can move on to Hypno.
Yeah, looks great.
Sweet.
Shed,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
you put on your Let's Plays, you put the titles before the episode, or before the series name. The Battle for Galar, Pokemon Shield Blind,
Right.
right? Is that something you came up with? Because I think it's really smart, and I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal that idea. To put the subtitle before the title.
Well, no, I don't think it's something I came up with, but it's just the name of the title of the episode in front of the title of the series, right?
Right. Oh yeah, like Naruto stubs his toe in front of the Naruto series, right? Okay. Or the one where Naruto stubs his toe. That's the program, right?
Sure.
I've never seen Naruto before, but Naruto is a person, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
He's also a fish cake.
He's also what?
A fish cake.
Oh. He has no toes to stub?
No, there's different Narutos.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
There's Naruto and there's what he's named after. I think he's named after like a fish cake that goes around.
Gotcha. I see.
By
For
the
this
way,
Hypno,
watch Shed's Let's Play for the sword and the shield. It's very good.
thank you, Ethan. And as Sharon reminded, hit that like button. Help more people find the stream.
I'll hit that like button.
Thank
You gotta
you.
smash it.
I wasn't-
The kids are smashing it these days, Shed.
I wasn't really talking to you, but yes, of course, if you
I
hit
didn't
the like
it,
button,
so
that's great
I
too.
should. Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Does my like not count? God.
Your like is valid.
Thank you.
In terms of the anatomy of this Hypno,
Yeah.
Ness, like it's looking more like the way, at least the way that you sketched it. It's more of a Hypno, or more of a Drowzee anatomy made more humanoid, as opposed to using the original Hypno anatomy as a starting point.
Yeah,
Right?
I think I just did that because it was a little easier at the time.
Okay.
If you want to use it, if you want to do that, like keep the Drowzee-esque anatomy, go for it.
Okay.
Or if you want to keep Hypno's anatomy, go for it. If you want to mix the two, I don't care. I like having the hooves still being a thing. But
Yeah.
maybe more like give them like 3, or give them like 3 or 4.
Right. I like this pose a lot from the early art. This is from Red
Oh,
and
yeah.
Green, so this is the first artwork of Hypno, and I like that pose a lot. So I might use that pose, but that doesn't mean I need to use that anatomy. Like,
Yeah.
I can completely ignore the very humanoid, like, hand and feet and such.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably we should give him like elbows.
Right.
Give him like the longer arms, because I think that makes him creepier.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I also think this pose is gonna look real good if we do make the tail the pendulum,
Yeah.
because I feel like it can just like, it doesn't have to be for that, but the tail can curve around here.
Yeah, like it can curve upward and and then down for the pendulum.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the skeleton on that pose, and then I'll blow it up accordingly and
Alright.
adjust the proportions from there. But I guess this is also kind of breaking the fourth wall, like with that Drowzee that is like pointing at you. This Hypno is hypnotizing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rude, by the way.
All of them are actually. Because the more modern Hypno still has its pupils facing forward.
I guess it does.
And it's still got the
Yeah.
pendulum swinging. It's kind of advancing towards you.
Now that I look at it, the pose of the modern Hypno is really weird, because its right foot is forward, but its left hand is forward, while its left it's left and it's right, and it's so its right
fingertips.
arm is backwards, so it's like it's in a weird twist.
Yeah, I think that contributes to its kind of like unsettling look though, so I like that.
Fair enough.
I hate the nose so much. The more I look at the nose, the more I hate the nose.
Same.
The nose is definitely really weird.
Who greenlit that?
I don't know.
Why did they do it?
Speaking of green and let's don't forget to look at the Venn diagram for an image in the
Oh, right. the Rowlet Venn diagram?
yes.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
see
with
that.
the
I enjoyed
face.
that.
Yeah, okay. I see.
Please apologize to me for saying you didn't yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, Rowlet has a Venn diagram face. If you want to be strict about it, Rowlet is a Venn diagram of 3 circles, except one encompasses the other 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So the beak is the overlap of 3 circles.
Round things, owls.
Yes.
Someone in chat said to give Hypno an Igor nose.
Oh,
and chat, I know you don't know what that means, but that would fix it.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Persona.
Okay, yeah, no, I really don't know what that means.
You don't play video games. That's why. How could you?
Bro, you should just play a Mega 10 game and talk about it on your channel. I feel like you would have interesting observations about like mainline Mega 10 games because of how much you analyze Pokemon. I mean, hey, Nocturne HD 2021.
I don't know what that means either.
I'm excited for it. I don't know what it means, but
Umbreon Libris lives in a different reality to our own, just adjacent to ours. And when we get on voice chat with him, we slowly enter into his universe, where there's only one game, and that game is Pokemon. Like,
No.
he knows that game.
There are at least 3 games or 3 like franchises. There's Pokemon, there's Zelda, and there's Okami.
and Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man, I've played the PS4 game, but that's it. Like, I haven't played any other Spider-Man games.
Calling Okami a franchise is ambitious.
Fair enough. I mean, it's 2 games, but what other term would encompass Pokemon,
Games.
Zelda, and Okami?
Pokemon games, the Okami games, and the Zelda games.
Nintendo plus Wolf.
Games with wolves, yeah.
Games with wolves.
Twilight Princess and the one Twilight Princess stole from. That's what.
Yeah, the
I don't know.
uniting factor between all these is all these games have wolves.
Yeah.
Well, Umbreon Libris Wolfaboo confirmed.
Where's your wolf all see? I've never seen it.
Your persona.
Yeah.
I talked about this with. Actually, it might have been on voice chat with you guys before, or it might have just been with stream chat at an earlier time. But I think the closest I've had to a persona was like, I think in the PMF days, I did have like an Umbreon character that was supposed to represent me.
Didn't you have like the lime one?
Oh yeah, the lime.
That's true. Yeah, we did all have like Biocrux? That's what it was called, right?
Oh my goodness.
Characters?
Fucking Biocrux. Oh my god.
Right?
I still can't believe I wrote a novella and it's so bad that I don't want to show it to anyone.
Taking me back. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so for Biocrux, yes, I had the lime Eevee evolution like thing.
Yeah.
We both had our own lime Eevee evolutions.
That's
and I
true.
think we had different designs on both of them. Mine was a lot more Sparkle Wolfy than yours. Yours was
Yeah.
very simplistic and like
Right.
very Vaporeon reminiscent.
And then I had
Yeah, I
like
guess
my
so.
trauma center poison type Eevee. That thing was cool though. Not gonna lie, I still like that design.
I'm trying to remember that more clearly. I have a very vague picture of what that looked like, but I remember the idea of it.
It was purple with blue spikes.
Yeah, and it had like
Right.
a big, like, sort of star-shaped spike thing around its neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like my ground Eevee more now though, with like the 5 tails.
I had a terrible grass Eevee evolution, which is somehow worse than Leafeon,
Oh
which
my
was a
God.
feat.
Oh wow.
I like your steel Eevee a lot.
Yeah, that was
Chromion.
Chromion. I liked that one quite a bit too.
I still gotta design a magic Eevee for my region to go with the new type I'm doing.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be. It's a Noceon.
So how do you differentiate magic from fairy?
I feel like I've explained this prior, but fairy types are innately fairy, but magic types are like magic users. Like it's something you are versus something you do.
Okay.
It's also just aesthetically different. Like with magic types, you've got like goat horns and like Baphomet shit, and like fairy types are usually very cute, and pretty. And it's like, well, if Nintendo's not gonna do like my aesthetic with fairy types, if they're going to give it a very like, with the exception of like 1 or 2 Pokemon, if they're gonna give it like this very strict cutesy aesthetic, then I'm just gonna make my own damn type.
I think Mega Absol should have been fairy type. I don't know why it didn't get that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Absolutely. Like, fairy is probably the one that would have been the most appropriate, but with the whole like angel wing thing it's got going on, it probably could have been a flying type too.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
it's weird that it's still pure dark.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter now because Megas are gone.
Megas are gone, but are they gone forever?
Yeah, Alakazam gains magic type because he is like a magic user. Because of like all the like magic-y shit around it. But
I know Pokemon Go has said that they are going to incorporate Megas, but I don't know if I see them coming back to the main series anytime soon.
probably later. Like we'll probably get him a couple games down the line.
Maybe, but if we're gonna have like a selective dex, I feel like Megas are just way less likely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on this. Like, I would like Megas to come back strictly because I like their designs quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and because they don't suck as much as fucking Gigantic.
In terms of designs or in terms of
Mechanics.
Yeah, that's
No
true.
problem with G-Max design.
we're talking to singles players, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm not a singles player. I'm a doubles player.
G-Max is so rough in singles.
It's also rough in doubles.
I
just
disagree.
not-
I disagree. I really like the Dynamax in general.
I like the concept, but mechanically it can get really stupid.
I don't know. I like it. I like it better than Megas.
How do you feel about Rillaboom with Grassy Surge, though? I want to talk about that.
It's good.
That's the problem. It's too good.
Yeah, that's the problem with.
It's the problem with Megas.
No, it's also the problem with Dynamax and G-Max.
But
I always felt
no,
like
but
Megas
no,
were
but that's not
balanced
true.
over
With,
their-
Yeah, Megas were balanced. I feel.
Over their lack of a hold item made
And
Megas.
they're more, and they're more interesting as well.
And the one
ability
per-
to.
Well, I
Yeah, the
suppose
one-
that Gigantamax also has that. The one per team thing.
Dynamax is not interesting and competitive. It's like, oh, what's he gonna Dynamax? Oh, it's fucking Rillaboom / Rhyperior / Togekiss. Like,
Yeah.
I disagree. I have encountered a wide variety of teams in ranked battles. Yeah, and it's hard to tell who they're gonna Dynamax sometimes. You know, obviously it depends on the team, but It depends
I've
on
just
who they
seen a
have and
lot
who
of
they
this-
bring, but
A lot of the same, and I don't think it makes the game more interesting, personally.
I think the chat agrees with you, Ness.
No.
no,
The chat really disagrees with me.
yeah.
Can we bring back
Charon has
Z-moves?
the same
Z-moves were
opinion I
better.
do, basically, on this topic.
Ooh, people do not like megas.
I think they were more interesting than Dynamax. I think Megas were more interesting than Dynamax. Z-moves were more interesting than Dynamax.
No! Z moves?
Yes! Because...
Are you
okay,
kidding me?
Because of non-attacking Z-moves.
Welcome to Hot Takes. Here they are.
I'm eating popcorn right now.
We all have very different ideas here.
I will take that Megas restricted team building. That it did feel like you had to have one. But I will also say that they were much more interesting. They're much more interesting than Dynamax.
Sharon, Z moves were in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
No, I think he's just.
I'm certain he knows what they are. He's
Yeah.
just
I know.
upset at the takes that are being levied.
Yeah, I just think Dynamax is like I like it as a aesthetically and for the region. Like it's cool. The Pokemon gets massive and you're in a stadium and you got people cheering. But like once it's like you're getting online and it's like, oh boy, it's the like defensive fucking wall that they're just gonna Dynamax and start smacking you with fucking shit, and I'm done, you know?
I have literally exactly the opposite opinion.
Yeah.
I have an in-between opinion. But go ahead, Shed.
No, I think it's a stupid concept. I think that they look ridiculous, especially the Gigantamax forms. The designs, generally speaking, there are some good ones, but generally speaking, they suck.
What are you saying?
But mechanically, they work.
Dynamax is such a shit mechanic.
Yeah. I think everything about it is bad, to be honest. Except for the weather changes.
I like when Pokemon get big. Other than that, I can take it or leave it. Like, I just don't think it's does anything for competitive play that's interesting or new or fun.
I would probably like it a lot more if I played doubles, but I play singles, and it's not the best there.
It's still not interesting in doubles. It just really isn't. Like, it's more manageable to deal with in doubles. It's just not interesting. Like, what does this add to Pokemon? Not a whole lot.
There's a lot that you can do very different things with a Pokemon when you Dynamax it versus when you don't.
Not really.
Right, like, its HP
Its
is
health
doubled.
gets big. That's
Yeah.
it. That's fucking it.
The side effects of the moves. That's like the whole reason to do it. Well, I guess
Yeah,
like
you
the
can
HP
do
is
weather.
important too,
You can
but
do weather, and yeah, you can do weather. And then
You
with
can
you
some
can
of the
do weather.
Gigantamax,
You can
do
control
interesting
speed. You can control stats, like you can increase your own or lower the opponent's, or in various different ways. You can set or change terrain, so if a grassy
Yeah,
Surge
you can do
Rillaboom comes
weather and
up,
terrain effects, and like I haven't seen people actually do it for that. All I fucking see is people Dynamaxing their big ass tanks, and then going in, and I'm just like, this is so boring.
Yeah, I think boring is a good way to put it. I mean,
Yeah, like
with Megas, I think of Mega Gengar, and that's just like a not a fire plug. That's a bad word, but it's like so much more fun. You know, it's like this crazy
Like-
special attack monster.
Megas
That's fun.
completely changed what the Pokemon was, and that
Yeah.
was in some cases, and I thought that was very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is the problem of it
Make a
restricts team
Beedrill.
building, which is a problem I will admit that is, that Dynamax doesn't have. With Dynamaxing, like, yeah, I like that you can set terrain, I like that you can set weather. That's good. It's just I don't see people using it that way as often. And I don't know if that's because like I'm in a different place in ranks than you. I don't play as much. But all I see is like, oh, I have big Pokemon. Its health's now bigger.
I mean, I've been to the top. I've been to the master rank, and yeah, but that's the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of quit because I sucked. But did I suck if I made it to the max rank? I don't know. I got tired of it.
Yeah, I have no problem with the aesthetic of Dynamax. What Creepy Truck Driver's saying. It's cool. It's fun. I like Pokemon get big, but it's just not like a super interesting. Though I will say, I hope that frickin' Gigantamax big bug whose name escapes me at the moment.
Orbeetle?
Yes, I hope Gigantamax Orbeetle brings us one step closer to actually having something that can set gravity without using gravity.
Oh,
Yeah.
someday.
I've been building a gravity team since like Gen 5. So
Yeah, more relevance for gravity. That's like a really cool thing that they just underuse.
yeah, like I still have my my Magnezone with like fucking Zap Cannon,
Nice.
Ice Rotom, because he gets both Blizzard and I think Zap Cannon. Or you can just like Discharge. Yeah, gravity ability, that's something I want to do in my fan game. I want to do a Trick Room setting ability.
That would
No.
that would
not
be
a picture
interesting,
setting
but I
ability.
would hate it.
No.
It will only be like on 1 or 2 Pokemon, and then if you send the Pokemon back in, it reverses Trick.
Okay, like it's only
You would
out
have
while
to
that
give it,
Pokemon
like,
is out.
Shedinja level badness.
It's-
I mean, like, make it so it's only there.
It's
only
like
one
a
thing.
yeah. I gotta make it like a single stager like thingy, not Shedinja level like. Hey, and Shedinja's not all that bad. In doubles, Shedinja's not all that bad.
Right.
Yeah, you run him with like Focus Sash and Protect and Shadow Sneak, and he's really not all that bad. Will-O-Wisp.
Don't give the chat any ideas.
Trick Room
I've
build
se-
is a bit
I've
too
seen-
tricky, but it has trick in the name.
I've lost to Shedinja a few times, and it's really annoying. But I'm trying to slander Shedinja so people don't use it.
I already know that he's good. You can't slander him for me.
You're normally pretty
Yeah.
safe if you have rocks up.
Yeah, but in doubles, there's not as much entry hazard wise.
Right.
I have
I'm such a
literally
I'm such a
never
singles
seen
player.
an entry hazard in my Sword and Shield ranked battles career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so used to singles that it's weird for me to relate to this stuff. So like I
doubles with me, Julie.
I could try. I don't have like great takes when it comes to
Yeah.
to whether these things are balanced or not because I just don't play that format.
Another Pokemon that surprisingly I've had good luck with in doubles is Morpeko.
Yes, Morpeko is
I've
one of
seen
my
it a couple times, yeah.
is one of my Pokemon. Yeah, you get the Focus Sash, or not the Focus. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
Focus
thing?
Sash. I run Focus Sash, with the moves Aura Wheel, Protect, Fake Out, and Parting Shot.
Nice. I just spam Focus, or the Aura Wheel move.
Yeah.
I just spam that, and sometimes people just think, oh well, I'll take care of Morpeko easily. I'll leave that alone. I'll go for Dragapult this turn, and then all of a sudden Morpeko has a 110 stab power move with Focus Sash.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I was
I'm-
surprised by its viability. Like, it's actually pretty good.
Wait, actually, I got the name wrong. I play in French, so I know the items of the names. I have bad memory of the item name. Which is the one that makes it so you are strong, but you only have one attack?
Oh, one of the choice items.
Yeah.
Choice Band, right? And then Focus Sash is the
The one
sturdy
where
one.
Yeah.
you don't die in one hit.
Yeah.
You go
Oh,
down to
okay.
1 health, and it breaks.
Okay, so what I have with mine is I just have Aura Wheel. It just keeps using it over and over again, and I have to hope that there's no earthquake being.
My
People will usually single out
yeah,
the other side.
yeah, exactly. My My favorite choice Pokemon that I've used this gen is Arctovish with the choice scarf.
Arctovish. I don't think I've seen anyone using an
because
Arctovish.
everyone's running Dracovish. It's a mixed Arctovish, and he's mostly physical attacks, but then I run Freeze Dry, with enough special attack power to one-hit Dracovish. So it's like, oh, you want to use this fossil? No, I'm using this fossil. Fuck you.
I think I've...
Oh, now I know why I stopped playing. When Wolfie Glick started doing the gimmick Pokemon things where he would play as them, then the gimmick Pokemon that I use, like Ice Cream or Peko, wouldn't be unknown anymore. So I lost that element of surprise.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped.
Right.
Now I remember. Too bad. In the next generation, I'll stay away from the gimmick Pokemon, I guess.
I just use what I want, and sometimes I look up like what other people are doing if I'm not sure. But a lot of times, I just end up being like, I want this set of stab moves and these coverage moves, and then for EVs and IVs, unless it's like a full-on just one attack stat and speed, I look up, like I go to the damage calculator, I look up what's popular, and I'm like, okay, can I OHKO this?
You mean not everyone is running competitive Swaddling? Well, not in this gen, bummer.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, my boy.
I never really did like competitive anything before this generation.
It's really fun.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that the barrier to entry was really high.
Oh, certainly.
It wasn't even that high in previous gens, but it's gotten lower and lower as time goes.
What helps is if you have friends who are also breeding stuff, like you're constantly getting like 5 IV rejects like just extra
thank
stuff
you,
they
Sharon.
have.
Does anyone have like a 6 IV impotent? Because I have like several 6 IV impotents.
So it's one of those things where like when you have an established group of people who play, it doesn't seem that lofty to get all these really cool competitive Pokemon. But like if you're starting from nothing and you don't even have like a box of Dittos with different natures, like good luck. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well nowadays that's not so much a problem anymore.
Yeah.
But I didn't really do anything competitive before this. What was it? Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I was going somewhere. But yeah, well, I don't remember where I was going, but that's where I'll leave it then. I have not really played competitive very much before this. I'd only basically done. I did a tournament in Gen 2. I lost on the first round, but it was to the guy that went on to be the champion of the tournament. So I like to tell myself that I might have done better if I had been a little bit luckier. I probably wouldn't have, but you know, I'm gonna continue deluding myself.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. And I did like a couple of online tournaments in Gen 7, but it was just like, oh, the prize is a Megastone that I want, so I'm gonna do it. Or,
I am
or a shiny
very
Mimikyu.
familiar with monotype teams. But,
I haven't done like competitive monotype, but I've had a lot of fun doing the monotype challenges in Isle of Armor.
I think it's super
the
fun.
restricted sparring. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's you have 3 monotype Pokemon, but it's against like battle tower teams. Which it can be a pain in the ass, because I remember my first time doing Bug, one of the first Pokemon I was up against was a Rock Blast Minccino, or Cinccino.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucked.
GG.
And it outsped everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only tried it a little bit, but like the only type that I had enough Pokemon, you know, at a decently competitive level, to even attempt it was Dark type. I tried it a couple of times, and I didn't do particularly well either time. So
I've been doing pretty good on that. I've been working on doing fighting type and breeding and raising a Kamalo for it. So because I was like, what special fighting types are there?
Lucario sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Is there a particularly interesting prize or something for winning?
If you beat them all, you get a copy of Mustard's battle thing, his gear.
Great.
It's goofy, but I just want to do it to say I've been able to do it. And of course, you get a lot of BP the first time you beat any of them.
I wish that Pokemon offered better in-game prizes for these cool things that it implements. Like, what happened to Black and White 2, where like you could get a shiny Gibble and a shiny Dratini, and like the shiny Haxorus for completing your decks. Like, what the heck?
Probably the only reason I did the what was it, Black Tower and White Tree Hollow?
Forest. Yeah.
Probably the only reason I actually like did the whole thing was because I could get a shiny Pokemon out of it.
Yeah, but that's cool. You want to incentivize players to play the things that you make, and I feel like these days they're like, you get a rare trainer card. It's like, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like donating all of the watts to the lady after you get like the vitamins. It's like, you get her rare card, and I'm like, why do I want that?
Yeah.
Like, if I want pictures of like hot women, Pornhub is available.
Yeah. I haven't actually done that yet, so I don't know, like, I know you get the rare league card, I don't know what else you get out of it.
That's the final prize.
Yeah, and you get the honor of battling her once a day.
Yeah. Once you get the vitamins machine, just stop. You're done.
Yeah.
No, I've done up to the one before, or yeah, I've done up to the 1 million donation. I just haven't done the 3 million donation yet.
Yeah, water's a legit type, and hey, Seeking is a legit Pokemon. It gets like some useful coverage moves and Lightning Rod. So it's got like one weakness, and then it can hit grass types with Mega Horn. So.
I'm guessing the topic is the team that won a tournament in Spain that had Seeking on it.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Seeking's like, people think Seeking's bad, and Seeking's not that bad.
Yeah, it was an almost monotype team, except the Urshifu was the dark type one and not the water type one. But everything else was water type. But the Seeking was actually a defensive Pokemon. Obviously, it had Lightning Rod, but like it had no EVs into attack whatsoever. But it had Ice Beam and Scald, obviously, for the side effects.
Yeah.
I think it was Protect and Horn Drill.
Wow.
Horn Drill for the damage output.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
I hate one-hit KO moves.
Yeah.
They are not fun.
Nobody likes that.
I haven't encountered
I could do that
them.
with my Gravity team, but I'm not gonna be a dick.
I haven't encountered them, so I can't really.
They don't feel intuitive. There's no way for you to defend against them, and they're entirely luck-based. So
if you have Sturdy, you can defend against them.
Great. An ability I pack on all my teams in case I run into one-hit KO moves.
So good.
Well, Sturdy's
Well,
so
Ice Cube can survive. No one-hit moves beat Ice Cube if he has his helmet on.
Just
Right.
use your Ice Cube, Julie.
I have a yeah.
I have my Ice Cube, that you gave me. I still gotta train it. I named him Club Penguin.
Ethan, I also run competitive IceQ because I really liked the shiny this gen, so
Yeah.
I get you.
Alright, I think we're getting close here. I might have to adjust the arm and or maybe the face because of the tusk and the arm overlapping isn't great, but yeah.
Yeah, you could make them smaller or move the arm. It has tusks because Baku have tusks.
Yeah.
And also because they're cool and they look like a villain mustache and they're all curled.
Yeah, I think the villain mustache came through pretty well in the way that I was doing it there.
Definitely, yeah.
I really hate how Mamoswine's tusks come out of, like, its lower chin.
I don't mind. I think it's one of those Pokemon that I like because it has a very simplified body design. Like how I was talking about Eeyore.
I just want the tusks to come out of where, like, the snout, below the snout a little bit, you know? Like, where tusks would be. It's so strange to me.
I don't know off the top of my head where the snout actually, or where the tusks actually come from.
Don't look too close. You will like the Pokemon less.
I mean, I don't particularly like it too much anyway, but...
I think it's cute.
Yeah, no, it's
like
alright,
Mamoswine.
but it's not like I really like it or anything.
I wouldn't list it among my favorites, but like, it's cute. It's one of my friend's favorites, I think.
It's got a green shiny. The best thing a Pokemon can have.
That's the only thing you care
my God,
about.
I was talking to a guy on like Bumble, and he mentioned hating green shinies, and I'm like, I like this guy a little bit less.
It is such a common theme. People love to hate on green shinies.
I don't know why. It's
I
like,
don't either.
And he's saying like, oh well, I like Tangrowth's green shiny, but it's one of the only good green shinies, and I'm thinking like, it's about as green as every other green shiny.
Yeah,
One
there's just
I
this
highly
hatred of lime
dislike.
green.
It's
I
not a
don't
bad
like
color.
Clefable's. Clefable's shiny is disappointing.
I like Clefable's shiny, but it's one of those shinies that got a little less nice in the transition to 3D.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I like
Well,
it because it's kind of subtle, but it's not like it's
Yeah.
a big fave of mine.
It's also one
Otherwise,
that I
I
had
have no
as a kid,
problem.
so.
People just really hate like electric green, like a Stantler, shiny Stantler offends people. And,
Oh my God!
Ooh.
Have we told the shiny Stantler story on here?
Lars would be so mad at me for telling this.
Oh damn it!
I
mean,
have no
I
idea what
tried
you're
to fail.
talking about, so I think you need to tell it now.
So I have a friend who was just playing through Heart Gold casually and encountered a green Stantler, and they were not super familiar with the Pokemon franchise, but
Okay.
this Stantler was a very sickly color, and they were sad that it was just in a state. So they put it out as misery. They
Right.
killed it because how dare it infect the rest of the green Stantlers. And shortly after, they encountered another green Stantler, and they're like, wow, it's got to be spreading. Got to get rid of this one too. And they told me this story, and I was appalled. It's like,
Oh, no.
how could you?
This is like the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob and Patrick get really rich and they can't think of things to do with all the money, so they're telling Mr. Krabs that they burned it and then gave away the rest of it.
Basically. It did culminate in years later, for a birthday, he did draw me a card with a green Stantler on it, where the inside said, I think you're sick. And I really enjoyed that. So
I do wonder if I ever encountered a shiny not knowing what it was, because in all of my years of playing Pokemon, the first time I encountered a shiny was last year in Let's Go Pikachu, or the first time I remember encountering one.
Mhm.
And it seems putting in like thousands and thousands of hours in games, it's unlikely that I never saw one.
The first shiny I ever encountered was a Rattata on a playthrough of Gold. That was the first Pokemon I encountered in that game, so I had no Pokemon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, that's a rough one.
And then the first shiny I encountered after that was I was playing a ROM of like Black and White, literally right after they came out in Japan, and I got a shiny Patrick, so that made it.
Wow.
I have a video of him on my channel actually. His name was Snake.
It certainly was not my first encounter, but I did have an experience where I was younger, where I encountered a shiny Growlithe in silver or gold, whichever one it's exclusive to. I was like playing my brother's game if I encountered it in that one, and it used Roar because it just knows that. So it's like,
right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've had a few horror stories. I've hunted so many, but I want to say that 95 and more % of them are positive.
I think, as far as I can remember, at least, the only shiny I have ever encountered but not caught was a Graveler in Gen 2 that exploded.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Bummer. I know that like people who hunt that specifically use damp so that doesn't happen.
You can't do that in Gen 2, can you?
You can't do that in Gen 2. Bring your Master Ball?
Yeah, well, I wasn't hunting for it. I just happened upon it in Dark Cave, so.
That's the worst. When it's just like one you're not prepared for.
Monkey Man, our Drowzee has that, actually. Our Hypno has the adult tapir mark. As you can see from the design.
I think the most upsetting shiny fail I've ever seen, which it didn't happen to me, but I love searching shiny fails on the internet because they're just like exhilarating.
Just to laugh at people?
It's just the ways that some people find to mess up a shiny are honestly astounding and interesting to me. I don't want to laugh at them, but I want to feel their pain. I want to know what they've gone through. It was someone doing wormholes in Sun and Moon.
Uh-huh.
And they weren't specifically hunting for shinies, but the first time they encountered Kyogre, it was shiny. And
okay.
They were trying to get down its health, but they had Golisopod out, and it knocked Golisopod down below half and emergency exited from the battle.
Oh, that's painful.
Wait, did they only have Golisopod?
No, they were using like their whole team, but they just weren't thinking of it. Like that just wasn't something that was on their brain. So like at a point they had Golisopod out, and it just knocked it below half, and oops, battle's done.
Is that how it works when it's a wild battle? Because I don't.
You just
remember
run away from it.
Oh.
I've had to switch my team around at times because I've had that happen. Not with shinies.
It's a little annoying to level Wimpod up because you have to like switch him out because you're constantly running away from battles if you're trying to knock down things with him.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had a Golisopod on my team, but maybe I only added it to my team like later on, and I didn't have a level problem with it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I know in my mono arthropod run, because it wasn't completely monopod, in my arthropod run of Sun and Moon, I did use Wimpod and Golisopod, but I did have to switch them out while evolving it, like before evolving. And I think for a lot of his evolutionary, like, journey, for a lot of training him, I just kept him in the back and let him, like, soak up XP that way.
Yeah, it's a difficult Pokemon to level. Pyukumuku was one of my favorite Pokemon added in Alola, and I was really excited to use it on my team, but it is a nightmare to use in a playthrough because you're pretty much the only ways you have to deal damage to Pokemon are counter and toxic.
Yep.
And that's fine if you're doing competitive, because of course there's a lot of tank Pokemon where you're wearing things down, but when you're doing battle after battle, it is not feasible to constantly be waiting turn after turn for these things to die of toxic. It sucks.
This is a doubles Pokemon.
Yeah, it was like, great, you're my favorite from this gen, but I can't use you on my playthrough. I am sorry, friend.
I liked the other position of the tail better.
Really? With it going on the outside?
Yeah, that's my personal take, though.
I think I need to move the hand anyway.
Yeah.
Like, just angle it so that it's a little bit straighter, and so that'll probably change the angle of the tail, but...
Yeah, I feel like it's just getting muddled and
Yeah.
stuff back there.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There's this like little piece of the arm that I accidentally drew on the wrong layer. Alright, let's see if this works better now. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, that's better, right?
Yeah, that's better.
But now, where does the tail go? Maybe I'll flip the tail so that it's actually swinging outward instead of inward.
Sounds good.
I do like the concept a lot more of it using its tail instead of a like prop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon with props. Farfetch is one I do like, but stuff like Timber has never really resonated with me. Like, where does it get that that log?
Yeah.
Does it always have the log?
I like Pokemon.
It does
with
always have the log.
props,
It's born with the log.
but that's just my personal opinion.
If you want to find out how Pokemon are born with objects, keep an eye on my Pokemon genetics and reproduction series.
Ooh,
That'll be
What?
covered. So part 3 or part 1, chapter 1 came out yesterday, and it's really good, and everyone should watch it. Literally, everyone should watch it.
While I don't personally agree with your takes, I will. I'm definitely interested on the how Pokemon are born with objects.
That'll be covered in part 3, chapter 3. So that'll be out next Friday. But for now, there's chapter 1 that's out, and chapter 2 will be out on Monday. So there's lots to keep you entertained.
Komala's one that I've never been huge on because
I love Komala.
Komala's really cute, but without its log, it's just kind of a koala, a very cute koala. So its log has to be like part of its design for it to be a Pokemon, but at the same time, I'm not huge on props, so like,
Yeah.
it gets confusing to my brain.
I don't like Komala because it doesn't look like it's a fully evolved Pokemon.
I agree with that.
Like,
Yeah.
from the very beginning, I expected Komala to evolve. And I was super surprised when I found out that it doesn't.
It almost feels like an abandoned line. They're
Yeah.
like, we don't have time. It's done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon that do look like that, so I don't really have a problem with Komala.
I guess the Pikachu clones always have a very cutesy feel to them when they're fully evolved, but they kind of feel like a separate thing.
Well, they don't even evolve.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Pichu
Minccino is like the only one, and then that's not even.
Yeah, no, none of the true Pikachu clones evolve. But yeah, I don't know why.
Here's an interesting video: how to bring back HMs and fried Pokemon. I'm ground maybe.
Thank you, Ethan.
I'm going through your library. It's a lot of videos.
Yeah, yes it is.
It's almost like he's a content creator.
Yeah.
Weird,
Look at
isn't
all
it?
this stuff. Yeah. There appear to be cute monster creatures. Yeah, some of them are cartoon. There's
Yeah,
this yellow
that's
mouse
definitely
thing.
weird. What, cartoon creatures? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What, where did that come from?
See this word Pokémon over and over.
Huh.
This is nice. Good work.
Thank you. Yeah, but the premise, I guess, sort of my breeding and genetics and reproduction series is to analyze the way things actually work rather than the way we are told things work in the Pokemon world. And so, like, screw the Pokedex. What we're looking at is observational evidence. But I have a biology teacher join me to talk about it.
Very cool.
Spoiler alert, it's my mom.
Mom cred. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh wait, really? I honestly didn't know that.
Did you watch
That's
the
cool.
video yet? I won't hold it against you if you haven't.
No. No, I haven't.
Oh,
Did
okay.
I?
Yeah, no, because we explicitly say in the video that she's my mom.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Is it good?
It is one of, if not my best work. And it's only
Well,
part 1 of 3.
High
what
praise
I was
from
doing?
you, of you.
Yeah, really.
You know what I was doing last night was, it turns out there's a Shrek in a Tony Hawk game. You can play as Shrek, but you have to unlock it somehow. So I was playing through the Tony Hawk game to unlock Shrek, and that's why I couldn't watch a video. So.
That's
Are you
fair.
sure you're not getting trolled there? Is that real?
It's real. It's real. It's real. I got. You mean trolled? You mean ogred? Haha. Yeah, no, it's real. I eventually unlocked him. It's real,
Oh my god.
and his skateboard is a plank,
Oh my
like
god.
you know the sign outside of his home, and yeah. I'm gonna make a let's play of it, so you'll
That's-
see. I'll post it
That's
on.
great.
Oh, are you going to
Wonderful.
make, like, can you play the entire game as Shrek?
You can play classic mode as Shrek, but yeah, I mean like there's like
I don't know
3
what that
hours
means,
worth
but
of
okay.
Shrek possible content. Yeah.
If you make a let's play where you're doing the entire game or as much as possible of the game as Shrek, I promise I will watch every single minute of it.
I'll watch it.
You
I'll
will,
watch
because
it.
I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna film it tonight.
Oh my god.
I'll be
I'm
there.
gonna hold you
Well,
to that, but-
I mean, I'll be
but-
there eventually.
I think the shtick though is I'm not going to make any jokes about it being Shrek. I'm gonna play it completely straight. Like
Perfect.
like it's interesting that they have a character like this that's totally different body shape and stuff like that. So-
Perfect.
But I'm not gonna be like, haha, look, it's Shrek, haha, funny. So that'll be the thing.
Of course. Of course
I,
not. Why
uh,
would you? Well, why is it
I
funny
don't
that
know.
it's Shrek?
It's fucking Shrek.
Are you asking why it's funny why Shrek is in a skateboarding game?
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah. I mean, of
Shrek,
course,
he's
Shrek is in a skateboarding game.
Why would he not be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course,
Shrek-
yes, that's exactly. It makes
Is this
sense. It makes
racism
sense.
against ogres? Shrek can do anything he wants.
Right. Yeah, Shrek is totally capable of everything. So
Yeah.
no, but I think the shtick is going to be I don't know that Shrek is a franchise or a separate franchise, and I think it's like an OC
Oh my
in
god.
this
Yes.
in Tony Hawk universe.
Is it
I think.
is it Tony Hawk's Ogre Sona?
Yes.
Sweet. Sorry, which game was this? Which Tony Hawk game?
Tony Hawk's Underground 2, the one with the skateboards. No,
right, that one.
I feel like most of them have skateboards.
Yeah.
almost all of them, except for Tony. Yeah, Tony Hawk's Tetris is just Tetris. No. The one you've seen me play, actually, Shed, that's the one that you were the only person watching me play on my birthday, because everyone had gone to sleep. The one with the bull, the guy who rides the bull.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Shrek can be in that one.
Sweet.
Great.
I was gonna make like a YouTube poop of another YouTuber, so I could do a YouTube poop of some of your content.
Thank you. Oh,
I don't know what that means. Like, I've heard that term, but I don't know what that means.
Oh my god.
All right.
I've got to link you something after this, cause.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ness, will you please explain your pooping to the class?
Wait, P-O-O-P?
Yeah,
Yes.
YouTube poop. A YouTube poop is sort of like a Dada-esque art form where clips from various sources are edited together. Often there's a lot of repetition, a lot of sentence mixing, some loud noises to make like a usually kind of short, sort of funny, reformatted video. I highly recommend The Phone That Folds Itself Out of Existence. That one's very good.
Okay.
That sounds awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it's that one's like I was on a date with a guy and I asked him, like, we're at his house, I'm like, do you like YouTube poop? And he's like, maybe not a whole lot. And I'm like, here's one you'll definitely like, and he liked it. So
Alright.
like that's that shining praise. That's a really good one.
I once name dropped Umbreon Libris on a date. I asked if they knew of Umbreon Libris. They didn't, and that was our only date.
I'll have to try that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation where like I'm talking to a lot of people. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ethan.
Oh, I was gonna say this was a long time ago. This was like at the very start of your channel, so I'm sure now they.
Yeah, right. Now it's a lot more likely that you'll find someone who actually does know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, YouTube Poof hasn't died in 2011. It's still active and ongoing.
I'm sure it's like how the way Rickrolling, quote unquote, died after 2007, but it's actually alive and
If you
well.
watch Business Blaze, Rickroll's still alive and well.
Yeah.
Are people ever going to give that up? That Rickrolling thing?
Well, it's never let me down so far.
Yeah.
It's never hurt me personally.
Yeah. That's what I'd say too.
Yeah, I
it's
have
been
no
around for so
intention
long,
of deserting it.
So,
I don't want to say goodbye to it. It's never made
No.
me cry.
no. Yeah.
Sadly, I can't keep it going. I don't know the lyrics well enough.
Are you telling us a lie, Shen? That hurts me.
Yeah.
I was not,
He's
but that
too
worked
shy-
out.
He's
So
too
yeah.
shy to say that he knows it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been like talking to people on like Tinder and Bumble and shit because like I'm bored as hell during the pandemic, and I'm
See,
sick
it's the
of
opposite for me.
And I'm just like narrowing down people based on like there's this one guy who I think really likes me, but it's like he's never heard of the Mega 10 games, so he's not as good as these other people who have heard of the Mega 10 games. Like that's what I can't believe that's one of my criteria, but it is.
No, I get you. I don't think I could ever be with someone who didn't know, like, Pokemon or rare games. It would just be, like, too much of a disconnect for me.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, this guy's into, like, geeky shit, but it's like, oh, what's Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne? And I'm just like, I can't do it.
Like, if like, I met someone and we were really hitting it off, and I, like, mentioned Banjo-Kazooie, and they were like, oh, what's that? I'd have to have, like, a serious think, where I'd be like, is it worth it?
Yeah. I don't know how to. The problem is I don't know how to tell him because it's like he's still getting in touch with me, but it's like, and he made fun of me for eating healthy food.
No!
What?
It's like, oh, you're always eating healthy food, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm trying to lose my like corona weight. But
Maybe he's bad at flirting.
I don't know. It's just I gotta tell this guy like it's not working out, man. You don't like Megaten.
See, I stopped doing those sites because of the virus, and not, bars and restaurants are closed here, and or at least indoor ones. So it's like not a viable.
I'm just lonely. I'm just single and lonely.
I get you.
Yeah.
Get that dick. Get in there.
Yes.
No shame.
No, I mean I'm not gonna meet up with people like without a mask because like that would be stupid. The
Yeah.
only people I
That's
meet
good.
with without a mask are my neighbors and the people for my tabletop group because that would just be really hard because there's already like 6 of us in the room and one of them is like so extraordinarily loud that I fear that her spit would fly like over the mask when she's talking.
That sounds gross.
She's just really loud. Like I've never met a person who is as loud as she is. Which is like, I don't dislike her, but it's like, oh my god, I feel like I have to tell her to quiet down like every 5 minutes. It's like, Elaine, please, you're hurting my ear.
Yeah, that's not for me. I do not like
Well,
loud
but
people.
Shud, you're married already, so.
Oh, but
You don't have
as friends, I would not. And I don't like loud people. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
New York is doing okay with masks. You see a lot of people with them pulled down under their nose like an idiot. And I almost got into a fight with someone at a price chopper because I told them to pull their mask up. So.
It's a worthwhile fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I was paranoid. Like I had the manager follow me out to my car because I was afraid she'd actually fucking fight me. And I'm like, and I actually asked my roommate to meet me outside in case they followed me home. I was that scared.
What
Wow.
was her defense when she was like?
She said she had COPD, which completely acceptable. That's fine. Her daughter, on the other hand, didn't seem to have any sort of problem, and was there with her mother, who had COPD. So it's like you really shouldn't be having your mask under your nose if your mom has like a breathing disability.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here in Illinois, it's pretty good. I mean, I see people. The only time I see maskless people is outside, walking around outside, and
Yeah.
inside the stores are very good at making people put them on if they don't have
Yeah,
them
like
on.
it's enforced. The only problem is people who don't wear them right. Like I don't want to go to Walmart anymore because nobody there wears them right.
Yeah, it's Walmart.
Really?
I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
exactly. Yeah, it's like the dregs of humanity.
I find it really weird and surprising how different Walmart is in the US versus in Canada.
Walmart is kind of like Target for people who don't give a shit in America.
Yeah. Whereas
no,
Target is for like upper middle class people who have too much money to spend, which I'm not part of that, but I still go to Target.
I go to
Yeah.
Target. I just went to Target today.
The atmosphere
doesn't-
there feels so much better than a Walmart. Just
It
'cause
is,
they have enough employees that they're able to keep their store clean. You can tell the people that shop there are like less likely to stab you.
Yeah, yeah.
See, but what's the fun then if you know they're not going to stab you? I mean,
Good
Yeah,
question.
live dangerously, I suppose.
I
Yeah.
probably should have asked this before I put the colors on, but
I might want
Purple
it
is
to be more
fine.
orange and less like pastel orange.
right, but yeah, I think. But is there anything about the proportions or anything that I should fix? Which is why I probably should have asked this before putting the colors on. Like I'm
I'm not-
feeling like the face is maybe too big.
Yeah, it's a little big, but it looks good otherwise.
I'm not sure I love the mane going into the ears. I know that keeps it more cohesive with Drowzee,
Yeah.
but I kind of liked it as just a mane.
No ear fluff, or because yeah, it was just like it's not necessarily going into the ear, except that it's a mane around the head, and then there's some ear
like
fluff
that.
as well.
I like that it kind of connects to the ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didac, it is, there's a lot of people in the US who refuse to wear masks because of freedoms.
Yeah.
And shit. Or they don't believe in science. Whatever.
Yeah, and then they learn about the difference between private businesses making rules and public rules, and they get into fights with security people who are like, this is our property, we can make our rules, and they're like, meh.
Yeah, like these people, they're like, oh yeah, privatize everything. Oh, wait a minute, I can't, like, I don't have freedom of speech here because this is privatized?
Right. It's ridiculous. Good on these businesses, though, for actually some of the businesses actually enforce this stuff.
Yeah, I would say most at this point are, which is really good of them.
In New York State. In fact, when I spoke to the person at Walmart about the employees not wearing masks properly, he said he would actually go and talk to them. So the manager there was rather
awesome. That's great.
Yeah, it's just like people don't like being told what to do, but like in this case, you kind of have to tell people what to do. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
No, and even here we've had people, protesting about their freedom to not wear a mask, and it's stupid wherever it is that it's happening.
Oh yeah, it's stupid everywhere.
Yeah.
Freedom to spread a highly contagious respiratory illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That freedom. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's so sad. But I like to focus. No, after I said that, I realized that I tried to focus on the positives. You know, and I see so many people actually applying with it, and that makes me feel good.
Like that's good. That's a really good thing. It's like the people I've seen who are wearing their masks wrong are in the minority, except at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like and then even then I went into this Walmart and I saw this like gangster looking guy, but he was wearing a face covering. He had like wrapped his t-shirt around his face so he didn't spread the coronavirus. I'm like, way to go, gangster dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
now that's gangster.
Man.
It's something.
Yeah.
Not spreading the...
That's like not spreading the virus is gangster.
Yeah. I don't want to say that like everybody who shops at Walmart is bad. I shop at Walmart sometimes, but it's just such a mixed bag because since they have like the lowest denominator of prices, everyone in the world is going to be there.
Exactly. And it's like I don't want to be like classist because heck, I'm on disability. I'm not in any position to judge. But it's like when you have really low prices, you're going to get like people who might not have had the opportunity to have education, you know? And it's like, well, we shouldn't judge them for that. It's like these people probably have a lot less trust in science because they didn't have the opportunity to be educated in science.
Although, at the same time, there's plenty of people who are plenty educated and still don't trust science.
and are incredibly are worse because they have been educated and they reject it.
Yeah.
Those people are the worst. Like,
yes.
People who like, maybe haven't had like the same opportunities in life that other people have had, and it's like I can understand. Like, you should have had those opportunities. The world is just fucking awful and has let you down. And then you have these people who have had all these opportunities and have gone to like really expensive colleges, and then are like, I'm not gonna vaccinate my kid. What if he catches the autisms?
And it's like,
yeah, I love that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Being autistic and hearing that, it's kind of like, well, then I should get all the vaccines then. It's too late for me.
No. Even if it were true, would you rather that your child was dead? Like, it's so strange to me.
Yeah. And it's like all those people, it's like they think that autistic kids are like vegetables. And it's
Right.
like, hi, I'm autistic, and they're like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different forms of autism that you like really can't point to
Yeah.
one case and be like, that's how they all are.
Yeah, exactly. And like, even like the people who are on that position in the spectrum where their lives are not, the lives they're living are not anywhere near the lives the rest of us are living. They're not vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like cruel to imagine. It's like, even if vaccines did cause autism, it's like everything you do causes something else, you know, like.
Yeah, like
maybe
literally everything causes cancer.
Yeah, exactly. And
There
then
is
if
no
you have-
ethical consumption under capitalism.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
and
too.
then if you have like people who, if you don't vaccinate your kid against measles, it can make their immune system worse. And then what if your kid gets like meningitis and then they're a vegetable?
Right. Yeah. I don't know if we have a similar saying in English. I can't think of one, but in Portuguese we have a saying that is, the worst blind is the one that doesn't want to see. And that's pretty appropriate here.
What? Yes.
What?
It's always cool
Right.
to hear about different languages, idioms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should I get? So I'm ordering food right now, folks. And what should I get on mac and cheese? What's a good meat with mac and cheese?
Not the person to ask.
Yeah, I'm pescatarian. I've had ebi gratin before, and that's like shrimp mac and cheese. It's pretty good, but probably not vegan.
Tofu.
What are the options?
Tofu is an option.
Ooh.
Chicken, meatballs, steak, shrimp, tofu, and pork.
Shrimp is surprisingly good in mac and cheese.
Yeah, shrimp
So-
is the only one I can attest to. This is the only one that I've had in mac and cheese out of these options, but I mean, pork sounds good.
One thing though is this is fast food, and fast food shrimp just doesn't sound like
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Maybe
it's not a,
I would say maybe meatball sounds good because it is a kind of pasta.
True.
yeah. I'll try meatballs. I'll do it. Thank you.
I should make myself some dinner too.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now that you're talking about mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is one of my favorite foods.
Oh, it's
Also, I'm sorry for not considering that not everyone eats meat. I'm sorry about
Oh, that's
that.
okay.
yeah, it's fine. I eat
I'm not offended by other people eating meat. Like, obviously, the cool part about diets and the world we live in is everyone has the right to choose what they should eat.
Yeah, and it's like it's not like the fault of people who eat meat that factory farming exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even like it would take like nobody eating meat to make that not profitable.
Right. And it's so ingrained in our culture. It's not like people who pick up a burger and be like, man, I really want to kill this cow. Like,
Yeah.
no.
And
Like,
yeah,
I think
like
people should eat
individual
less
choices.
meat, but-
Yeah, individual choices just make such a small impact.
Yeah.
Like, I think people still are responsible for making like positive choices because even though it makes a small impact, you still have a large number of people who can make that choice, who can make a decent impact. But I don't think like going completely meat free is like doable for a lot of folks for various reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I eat meat all the time, but and so yeah, so I have not made the personal decision to stop consuming meat, although mostly we consume not beef. Basically anything that isn't beef. Like we eat beef every once in a while, but our primary choice is usually chicken. But like I would be 100% down for like supporting legislation that makes factory farming illegal, or you know, anything that kind of goes in that direction. And that would like legislation would obviously be a way more effective at making change than me choosing to not eat meat.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Like, I do genuinely think eating less meat is, like, the healthier choice, regardless, but if people want to eat meat, that's their choice. It's not, you know?
Yeah.
It does help that synthetic meat's getting really good. Like the Beyond Burgers and the Impossible Burgers.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is tasty.
I don't even like burgers, and I like the Beyond Burger.
Yeah.
Like, I never liked ground beef as a kid. I always thought it looked disgusting, it tasted disgusting.
Okay, I think this is mostly ready, but Ness, you wanted the orange to be more orange, you said?
I think so, yeah. The other thing I think is somebody mentioned that the way the swirl on the tail is maybe looks too connected to the tail. Like maybe
yeah. I enlarged
maybe
it
the
a little bit.
Thing coming off of it should be a little wavier.
Right, yeah, I enlarged it a little bit, and now the tip is more clearly not on the tail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can like
better, yeah,
emphasize that
should
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here, let me do the orange.
Yeah, meat is like very expensive and requires a lot of space. So, you know, in the long term, like insects are looking like a better option. Even as someone who like loves insects the way a lot of other people love mammals, I will still eat them.
The cow is tough, especially because it
Yeah.
needs so much space and so much food.
Yeah.
And like,
And then it farts out greenhouse gases.
yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, cows. I love you, but
Is that orange better?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Cool. I think I need to just like fix the positioning of some of the stripes a little bit, but like this one is too close to the tip of the nose. Which means I probably need to reposition all the other ones a little bit, but
Yeah, I think like eventually we're all just gonna have to eat less meat. But hopefully by then, you know, we'll have a bunch more options also, like synthetic meat, better plant-based options, insect food.
yeah. The biggest thing that's preventing people from choosing it right now is it's still more expensive. But I've heard that like in the next 5 years it'll be less expensive, and that's when it's really going to start blowing up.
Yeah. I mean, availability to me is important. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't really drive, so it's. Well, I'm sure lots of places in Chicago have it. Maybe I should get off my butt and do some research about where to find this stuff. Because I have to be honest. I mean, I could afford to eat more expensive but more environmentally conscious food. I should hold myself to that.
Yeah, I gotta do more research on like fish and which ones I should be eating in terms of like environmental impact as well as health.
right.
Supporting your local farmers market is huge, which is something that's kind of
I can't
really
go. I
because-
just can't go right now because of the virus.
yeah. I understand right now, and also it is just huge with like middle-aged white folks. They like love that shit, so it's hard to muscle your way in there as someone our age. But
but I went to the Saratoga Farmers Market a while ago. Duck eggs better than chicken eggs.
yeah, there's really good stuff there.
I got lion's mane mushrooms. I like those a lot.
I don't think I've ever had that.
They taste like shellfish. It's also called like the lobster mushroom or something, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's a different kind of mushroom. But they taste like shellfish, and they're pretty good.
I think this can be considered done if you guys are happy with it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Obviously,
like what
done
we've
done
done
to
here.
this point, which will of course change. I will like do the more finished version throughout the week, but yeah.
Yeah. This
As
is
far
one of
as-
my favorite designs that I've done. So.
Oh, that's good.
Have to.
Yeah. Hopefully this time I will actually remember to post
Yeah.
the design when, like, post the finished art when I finish it, because
That's okay. I
because
wasn't
last
upset.
time. Sorry.
I wasn't upset that Onyx took so long. It's no
Yeah,
biggie.
sorry I wasn't here last month. I was on an antibiotic for an infection I got, not COVID. And I guess I'm like one of the 0.1% of people who have a reaction to it, that they get really sleepy. And the infection came back, so I'm on it again, and I'm just like constantly napping.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've had like I have people on those like date apps ask me like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Tired."
Tired is the only response.
So yeah, I just took a 1 hour nap, and I'm gonna go take another 1 hour nap.
Yeah.
You mean it's not normal to take multiple naps every day? Bizarre.
Well, I would be taking multiple naps every day if I didn't drink multiple cups of coffee.
Yeah, but I think we fared pretty well with Onyx. I think we did a good job.
It looks
I
good.
think so.
Yeah.
This is Hypno though.
Yeah, no, we were talking about last month.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, when Ness wasn't here. But
Oh, okay.
Charles says that maybe the brown and Hypno should be the same as the one in Drowzee,
Oh, they are very close, and that would
Yeah.
make them more cohesive.
or vice versa. I would make the brown in Drowzee the same as the one in Hypno, personally, because I think
Yeah,
if
I agree with that.
Hypno's brown was too light, it would interfere with
we can try it, but I actually like them as they are, because the brown on Drowzee looks like a yellower brown, and the brown on Hypno looks like a more orange brown.
You have a point. Why don't we just see how it looks, and then we can decide.
Sure.
Like, I don't personally have a problem with the colors being different, but Julia's right that they're very similar, and it might make them look more similar. Make them so.
I can't see a difference because of my monitor, but they look great. Looks great.
Okay, so that is... Yeah, there is a Hypno with Drowzee's brown. And...
Just waiting for it to show up.
Yeah, yeah. And meanwhile, I'm getting the opposite setup, so...
That's a bit too similar for my taste, Hypno and Drowzee's brown, so I'm gonna wait for the other one. They do both have light in common.
Oh, I guess some of the colors are on the same layer here, so it does kind of hide it. Hang on.
Yeah, my problem with the lighter brown is that the Malaysian tapir has like a very strong contrast between the white and the black. Yeah,
You know, I thought I would like it more, but I kind of like them with their the distinctive browns.
Yeah.
Now that I see it.
I'm okay with the darker Drowzee, but I like the lighter Drowzee better.
Hang on, I'm really confused about why it's...
No, Charles, I am vetoing the Drowzee brown on him.
Oh, of course, I see. There we go. So... Yeah. I think, like, if we're going to make it the same brown, then the Hypno brown works better on Drowzee
Yeah.
than the Drowzee
But-
brown on Hypno.
But I think them being separate colors is fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no.
it also kind of works because the yellow turns to orange
Mm-hmm.
and the brown turns to a more orangey brown, like you said.
Yeah.
Monkey Man, we talked about the swirly eyes, and I don't think that that's necessary.
Yeah. No, we've got plenty of swirls.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of swirly effects in the design. I feel like swirly eyes, it would be harder. It would be like a really small detail in the eyes because the eyes are already really small.
I'm assuming, like, or I'm picturing the eyes being pretty much exactly like the original, where it's just like a tiny black pupil.
Yeah.
But like we could make it so that it's more of a black iris with a white pupil or white
Yeah,
shine
that's what
on
I was
it.
thinking prior, so it's almost like a little swirl effect, but
Yeah.
give that a shot.
Here. I'll just like modify it just enough to make that obvious.
Yeah, just like a very quick.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Ethan.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost internet. I'm downloading something, a game, the Tony Hawk game. I have it right now on Dolphin, but I want it for PC. And I thought maybe I lost internet access because I was illegally downloading something. But you're still here, right?
They cut you off. They caught you in the act, and they were like, "No more internet for you."
Okay. That's what I was worried about. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's definitely a more modern look.
Absolutely. And I like it. I think it looks good, but it is.
Yeah.
I think it's fine either way. But this is definitely a more modern looking set of eyes.
Which I think, given our given the goal is to go towards a more modern aesthetic with these. I don't know. I like the original eyes because they make them look sneaky and like evil.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think like maybe I can emphasize it more, but I think that the shape of the eye helps do that with like the bottom eyelid being up kind of thing.
yeah, I think it works better on Drowzee right now than it doesn't.
Yeah, it is a little bit harder to get that across on Hypno because of the angle that the eye is drawn at, but I can definitely, like, when I'm refining the lines, I can definitely give it more of an upward angle, and hopefully that'll come across better.
Yeah.
It also helps that Drowzee has a smile that makes it look more sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these look good.
Yeah, I suppose we could give Hypno a little smile.
I think it looks fine as is. He's got like his mustache tusks.
Yeah, no, I don't think it needs it, but
Yeah, I think he's good without it. Maybe like a bit of the same kind of eyelid thing Drowzee has.
yeah, maybe.
Either way, yeah, it looks good.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. I like having the little lines there. Cool. So we're done.
Yeah, the smile. I finally saw the smile. It looks great.
Oh, you okay? You like the smile? And I'll put it back.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think it needs to be a little more connected to the nose, like in the same way Drowzee's is. But yeah, the eyelids and the smile definitely add to it.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay. I'll try to angle the tusk in a way that works a little bit better for that.
Yeah, like curve it down and then.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
I don't know. The angle of the mouth, the tusk, that's not looking good to me. I think it was better when the smile was actually below the tusk.
If you want.
Yeah. Here.
Maybe just not too far below.
No, like just. Oops. Wrong layer. Just here.
Yeah, that one's fine. That one's not too far below the tusk.
Yeah.
I think we might need to see a little bit of his lower lip around the tusk like that.
How do you mean?
Like under the nose.
Oh, right, where the where it's
Yeah.
just a mass of fur right now.
Yes, yes. We just see like a little bit of his lower lip. Yeah. Oh my god. I wish I could. I wish I had this hypno.
The tragedy of the redesign.
Yeah. Like I want 151, new 151 hypno. I want new 151 Persian. I want new 151 Dugong.
Yeah.
Whenever I click on Seal now in Pokemon Go, I'm like, oh, right, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like almost all new 151 redesigns. I'm like, oh, I wish that were real. Like, there's a couple of them, even some of my own, where I liked it at the time, and now I'm like, you know, it doesn't really do it for me anymore. Not that I think it's like bad, but I guess it just.
But you'd like do it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when we finish the new 141 in 2049, 151, sorry, we'll have to revisit it again. We'll just run back through and redo them all. The new 151.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
I have considered, because I have a separate like redesign series, right, where it's largely selected by viewers, and now I don't have like a specific Pokemon in mind anymore, because at the beginning I had a list of Pokemon that I was going through, and I was just letting viewers select through polls which ones of those they wanted to see. But now I don't have that anymore. Like, I've run out of that list, and so I'm basically just like, I'll do whatever is the most requested. And I have considered revisiting new 151, like older new 151 designs, if those Pokemon get requested a lot. Obviously, I'm not gonna do a redesign of a Pokemon we haven't reached yet in the new 151, because that would be weird.
That would be strange.
It's just like, oh, okay, well, we're doing, I think it's a Voltorb and Electrode next, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're doing those, right?
Yes, yeah, and I have a pretty solid idea for Voltorb, but I need to work out what Electrode will be.
I
But-
know I have one coming up. I think it's Krabby and King.
Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, so like, oh, we're doing Voltorb now in the new 151, so my redesign is gonna be Eevee, but we haven't done Eevee yet.
Yeah, so that's...
No, like that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eevee.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I really want to do Eevee. I have some really good ideas
I mean-
that I think align with at least what Infinipede likes as well. So,
Yeah.
because I think we've talked about it in the past. but-
We have spoken about Eevee on at least like 2 streams now.
Yeah,
About like our design philosophies and how we would fix it.
yeah. So like, I really want to do it, but like we gotta get there. We're doing these in order.
We're working on it.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
well,
I'm gonna leave voice chat. Thank you so much.
well, thank you
This was a lot
for
of fun.
being here with us, Ethan.
No, thanks for coming.
Yep.
And
Take care. I'll be in the normal fun
Yeah,
stream.
I'll
Alright.
see about setting up that RCT2 server.
right.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Mark, the Unreal
I want to make a Pokeball Ferris wheel. I think that would be cool.
Oh yeah, with like the red and white.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. And I think we're done here as well. Actually.
Yeah, these look great.
Yeah, I will finish them at some point throughout the week, and hopefully I'll actually remember to post them.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, as I was saying before, like I finished them and I shared them with Infinipede and Banana Meteor, and like for them to confirm that it was finished, that there wasn't anything that I should fix or anything, like within a week of when we designed it last time, and then I just never remembered to post it.
Oopsie.
Oops. Yeah, but it's posted now. But yeah, so hopefully this one I'll remember sooner. But thank you too for joining me again today,
Thanks for
Probably not.
having me.
and of course thank you everyone for watching. I think at one point we had 30 viewers at once,
Wow.
which is quite a bit. Yeah.
Impressive. Like
So
the most I get on Twitch is like 4.
hey, I've been there.
Just got clout.
I have been there. You want to plug your Twitch?
Yeah, I don't use it a lot, but I play this indie racing game sometimes, and I've played like Creatures 2. I think maybe I'll play some RCT2 on it, because that's what I've been doing lately. So it's just Infinipedes, so Infinipede with an S at the end.
Cool.
So subscribe to that, and maybe you guys will get to see some memes, because that's a lot of what I do is spicy memes.
Charles Dennis says it was he thinks it was actually 35 that we peaked at. I'll see it. I'll see at the end when I finish the stream. It'll tell me what the peak was.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Maybe the liking helped. Should always
Yes.
like it.
Always like.
Always smash that motherfucking like button.
Yeah. Likes and comments. Comments. I don't know how exactly like chat interaction. I don't know how that really affects it. I'm sure it's good, but in videos, comments.
Oh yeah.
Even if you have nothing to say, a friend of mine said recently, like if you don't have anything to say but you want to leave a comment for the algorithm, just say how good I looked. And like yeah, because the algorithm really does care about that. So not how good you look, but how many comments you're getting.
It cares about how nice you look.
Sharon is asking, where do I send my opinion on Dynamax?
Directly to me.
Yeah, don't send it to me, because I'll just get pissed.
Sharon, you can at them on Twitter.
Send it to @BananaMeteor on Twitter, and we'll throw down about it.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Not really.
my
I'll be
Twitter
polite.
is private, and I post some stuff there that not everyone likes.
But you have your art Twitter as well, right?
I do have my art Twitter, and that's Infiniworks Pixel.
Yeah, that's the one that I usually tag.
Yeah.
So
Because, like I said, my other Twitter's on private, and
Yeah.
there's some like weird stuff in there. I also have a Twitter where I post things that I want people to retweet. Again, usually memes and original content, and
Okay.
that's Komigor, which I probably have to spell out.
all right. Yes, you might have to spell out. You might want to put that in the chat.
I will put that in the chat. My meme Twitter.
Yeah, even I didn't know you had
Combination
that.
of Komida and Egregore, so.
All right. So, yeah, so again, thank you everyone for watching. Keep an eye out for the Science of Pokemon Breeding and Genetics Chapter 2 coming out on Monday. I look forward to you guys seeing it, because I worked really hard on this series. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'm Umbreon Libris. You guys want to say an outro? We don't usually do this, but you're welcome to.
I'm Infinipede. That's it.
I'm Banana Meteor. Use humane traps on mice. Yeah!
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next chapter.
Oh, and Umbreon Libris, you look very handsome.
Oh, thank you.
Looking good, bud. I like your home decor.
Bye. All right, yeah, it looks like the